Oh my God. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me. Run for it, Marty!
Hey YouTube, PhatPastor here. Thank you guys for coming out tonight for tonight's stream. Tonight we hopefully will be able to get connected with Heads from Infinity Loops, but we're waiting on the green room and some things right now with that. So we're going to go ahead and get started right away into this, and got a few things on the stream tonight that want to run by you. But first, let's get to our hellos and welcoming people. Athix says, you stole my Heads gambling away for the night. I'm moderately upset and may not write as strongly. There, I think I hear somebody just stepped in. A strongly worded email. But we also have Pastor Larry in the house, McFlies, saying howdy family. We got Athix again, and John O'Connor joined the channel. Thank you, John. And let me see if that catches us up. We got King Kike. I hope I pronounced that name correctly. If I didn't, please correct me. Mr. Bitterroot and Greenhorn FPV. Wow, Mr. Mike Bergman and Double A and 8-Bit Jeff Russell. Wow, got a lot of people here tonight right off the bat. And also have the man, the myth, and the legend, because he is myth. Mr.
Oh, hello.
Eds, how are you?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes,
okay.
You're good.
Hi. First off, I just wanted to say you nailed King Kike's name.
Kike, all right.
You got it. It was perfect.
All right.
Nail it.
Good.
Pretty sure that's how everybody says it.
Right. All right, man. Like that shirt you got on
Hey,
there.
thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I like it a lot myself. Thank you.
Oh,
Looks good.
Yeah.
I was actually just telling somebody earlier, this is one of mine. I'm not even trying to stroke your ego. I know I'm on your show right now, but this is one of my favorite FPV shirts I like to wear. It goes with everything. Well, everything that I own.
Man. All right. Well,
So,
I've actually got two other ones that I'm going to send you.
No way.
With some stickers and stuff like that. Yeah.
What? All right, well, cool, because I'm sending you a package back of, we got Halloween designs that are coming out. I'm working on those currently. So I'll send you one of the new Halloween ones. Do you do Halloween?
I don't myself, but I'm not scared of it. But
okay,
you know.
Would you like Halloween years stuff?
I'm too old to go up to people's door. Give me some candy.
Well, yeah, but you know, like the decorating part. You like that part of it?
I don't decorate.
That's
I don't
right.
even decorate for Christmas.
That's all good.
I don't even decorate for Christmas.
Oh, really?
So,
no
I used
way,
to. We used to a lot, but now our kids are grown and stuff. I used to do the whole thing, putting everything. The pumpkins. My wife and I was talking, filling up the bags full of, the trash bags that look like pumpkins and things with leaves. And my brother was doing it next door yesterday, and my wife and I was just talking about it, and I was just like,
don't miss that, huh?
No, it's good putting it up, but taking it down. That's the part. That's the part that I don't like is the taking it down.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Better look for you and I on here.
Oh, I thought we looked pretty darn good. You want to look at each other? Or you want to mirror your camera? This will be eye to eye. Oh, I could mirror my camera.
Oh, okay. Well, I tried moving you to a different position, but it's
no. Do it. Yeah, move me over the other side. There we go. Now I'm looking at you.
The wrong way. This way. There we go. Now it looks like we're talking to each other.
Perfect. Yeah.
I had mine mirrored the whole time with Lee from Painless 360, and I noticed that all of my stuff was backwards.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
all of the
yeah,
reading
yeah.
was backwards. And
Yeah, whatever. Hey,
Fly
congrats
High.
on that, by the way. I only got to stay for a little bit of it, but that was a good. It was a good stream.
Yeah, it was, for it to be, we talked before about today, and I'd ask you if you'd done much daytime streaming because
Mhm.
it was the first time I'd done one,
Yeah,
and actually it was a pretty good turnout. It surprised me.
yeah,
It really
yeah, yeah.
surprised me.
Daytime streams are pretty good.
Yeah, and Mr. Fly High is there. Hey, I sent you an email. I'm not on Instagram, Mr. Fly High. If you look at that, respond to me. Uh, so I'm not on Instagram. I'm just a curmudgeon. That's what it is. It's what people tell me all the time. You're
That's
just
just
an old man.
that's a you and Nick word. I swear I never hear anybody use that except for you and Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns,
Yeah.
Nick, curmudgeon. Well, it's better than the terms that people. My daughter tells me, she says, "You just think, get off my lawn, old man." Just goes that, get off my lawn, kids. But there's no kids in our neighborhood anymore. Well, my brother's grandson's next door, but
all grown up now.
yeah. Well, no, he's a little fella. But he's too little to be roaming around.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
We were just coming home from the grocery store, and we saw a little kid in his front yard, and there was some Halloween decorations up. My son wanted to see him, so I turned around, I drove up, and I do like a little turnaround near the kid's driveway, and
Mhm.
the kid was like 7 or 8. He takes off running after my truck like the Terminator. He was like, when I was running down the street, yeah, and he was screaming. And my wife was like, drive, 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 because I was gonna stop. 'Cause I was like, he's like a little kid. What's he gonna
Right.
do? But yeah, I don't know. My wife freaked out.
Like bite your face off or something.
Yeah,
Right.
it was fun.
Was he saying, "I want my $2"? Remember that old
Maybe.
show?
Wait, what's that from?
$2, $2. Oh, it's an old movie. I can't remember it. Oh,
Oh yeah, I
oh,
don't know that one.
yeah. It's I can't remember. It's the paper boy. The paper boy throughout the whole movie. The guy didn't pay him his $2 for for delivering the paper, and it's always showing up chasing him on the bike. $2. I want my $2. So I bet Mike Bergman knows it.
He might.
He,
Mike Bergman knows a lot of things. He's a man of a lot of knowledge. What's up, everybody in chat? By the way, my bad. I'm all rude. Didn't
yeah,
say anything to them.
yeah.
Had to say hello to the host first.
Right.
But what are
And
you doing tonight, bud? What's the scoop?
just
What's the plan?
hanging out tonight. Gonna talk about some TinyWhoop stuff that's going on,
I like
and
TinyWhoop stuff.
just I'm gonna. I've started something. It was recommended to me by a curmudgeon, and that it's on the Discord. It's Pastor Reacts video. I did one last week, and
Mm-hmm.
it was on the moon landing being faked, and
Okay.
and it got a lot of chat. It got the chat really
Oh, I
going.
bet.
So
Yeah, I bet.
but it was actually pretty informative. I mean, it was actually video of people from NASA saying maybe we'll finally get to leave low Earth orbit for the first time.
Yeah, it's oh, you can always find some education even in those, like, even the the real far-fetched ones. The
Hmm.
real far-fetched documentaries. You'll learn something because they'll like shout some fact at you to prove their point that Martians visited in the 60s or whatever, like
Mm.
but whatever, you'll learn something about it. And you'll be like, oh, they
Mm.
were testing bombs. Like, I didn't know, I never realized this, but somebody, I forgot where I heard it, but some guy was talking about the nuclear blast tests that they did
Uh-huh.
in what was that, the 60s, I guess.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know, when did they do nuclear blast testing, but
Yeah.
he was like, they had video of it all, but then he was like, how did they retrieve the video? Like, the video cameras are right there when the bomb goes off. And he was like, so wouldn't that destroy the camera? Like, you see houses disintegrate right in front of it, but there's a camera sitting there recording the whole thing. Like, oh
Right.
yeah, I didn't think about that.
Right. Uh, I remember when I was in high school, first time that it just popped in my head. You know, back in the day when I was in school, we have projectors, film projectors with film strips,
Right.
and they were showing a video in science class, and they were like, "This is a picture of the Milky Way galaxy." I was like, "Huh?" Raised my hand because I was always getting in trouble. So after it was over, I was like, I got a question. How is that even possible? Because in order to get picture of the Milky Way galaxy, don't you have to take a camera outside the Milky Way galaxy and shoot a picture back in?
I guess not.
And they were like, well, no, it's a picture of another galaxy just like ours. And I was like, how do you know?
Yeah, all that stuff. You can start getting into the weeds with that stuff, and it's just,
Yeah.
You could go all night looking into things.
Yeah,
Down the rabbit holes, as they say.
Yeah. Are you guys having any issues? Head's video keeps blinking in and out on my end.
Yeah, same here. Hang on. Let me try restarting this PC. I plugged a bunch of junk in before I hopped in here, so that could be what it is.
All right.
Give me 1 second. I'll hop right back in.
All right. And I will jump and look at the chat real quick, see if there's anything. Tonight, with so many people here, if it's something, a question you got, tag me or Heads in the chat, and we will. It's all good. Fly high. I just saw you here, and while before it got very busy, I just thought I'd let you know. Kirk Kittleson, I haven't seen you before, but welcome to the channel. Thank you for coming to being a part of what we're doing tonight. Better Off Dead. Yes, that's what it was. Better Off Dead. That's what I thought. $2. I want my $2. Yes, great movie. Great movie. Thank you. I liked, by the way, Bitterroot, I liked your Whoop vlog, your Whoop Champs vlog. Great, great video. All right. Drinking my bottle of urine tonight. Oh, joking. Been grinding. Oh, no. I'm just checking the chat here, guys. Make sure I didn't miss anything important. Let me go back up here because I don't know if I posted this up. John O'Connor, Iron Mask, just became a member. Thank you so much for that, John. I know I posted back in the chat about that, but all of that helps. It helps me be able to buy stuff like this. Been a long time since you guys seen one of these. Some of these, I'm sure, but this is for Mr. Jeff Russell, friend of mine, right here, local flyer of mine. Here's got those brushed motors for you, waiting to meet up with you. So yeah, very cool, very cool. I see 90%ers coming strong. Yeah, thank you guys, and it helps my algorithms or whatever like that when Heads drops in, and so thank you to Flushed FPV. What's up, Fat Heads? Fat Heads. Hey, I like that. PH. Pat Heads. Oh, did you guys happen to any of you guys happen to catch the Mads Tech's last stream? PhatPastor getting closer, my guy. Pronouns, peak freak, etc. Sneak peek freak. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Ian's last, I think it was his last, Mads Tech's last live stream. I don't think you've arrived in FPV. I talked a little bit with yeah, there we are.
Make it.
Heads, camera, no work.
It does work now that we're all good.
It was that reversing the camera stuff, you know.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, I got some things jerry rigged. This is my spare camera, so this is my normal streaming camera. I have to use a different PC. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I was telling them that movie was Better Off Dead, by the way.
Better Off Dead.
Better Off Dead. Great movie. You should look it up.
Yeah, movie. I'm gonna have to. I don't think I've heard of that one.
Yeah. I was just telling them that I popped in on not Heads, but Ian Matt's Tech's last stream.
Yeah.
And dropped him a little super chat, and I said, I was about to say, I don't feel that you've arrived in FPV until you've had Ian from Mads Tech pronounce your name wrong. And I was telling Lee that from Baneless 360. I said, I've arrived, man. He called me PhatPastor. And people was on there like, no, it's PhatPastor. And he was like, bunch of shenanigans going on in the chat or something like that.
PhatPastor?
PhatPastor. He said it like 2 or 3 times.
I like that. That's good.
So,
I think chat said we should need to turn further away from each other. I think. Yeah, we should just act like we don't want to talk. I didn't want to talk to you anyways. I was just here hanging out.
Right.
I just came to look at the wall.
That's it.
There we go.
There we go. Got you in the right spot now.
Oh no, the camera died again.
No, really?
I really do think it is to switch it to the cameras.
No way.
It's either that or this camera's like just on its last leg. I might just have to.
I see it. It shows no video signal at all.
I might have to bite the bullet and just use my other one, my actual camera. All right, this one might be on its last leg. I'll stay in the audio. Let me see if I can just plug my other one in and get her working.
Yeah, you should be able to switch cameras down there on the bottom.
Well, I got to move some wires around first.
All right.
I'll be a second. I'm here in spirit.
Yeah. All right. Let me look here. So many people, guys. If I'm forgetting you, just forgive me here. Now I see why Heads has Robot Lady, and yeah, I just can't talk with something like that.
You got to put a hotkey on it so you can mute it.
Yeah, I don't even have a what's it called? One of those boxes, the Elgato
Stream Deck.
Yeah. I don't even use a Stream Deck.
Do you have one?
No.
I might have an extra one if you want it. I'll send it to you with your shirt.
All right. I'll give you some money for it. I'll pay.
Don't give me any money for it. It's old. I've had it for forever. I gave it to OG, but well,
right.
I feel like you'll get more use out of it.
Right. Yeah. I have to learn how to use it. Will it work with a Mac?
That I don't know. It probably will at this point.
Yeah.
It's been out they've been around for a long time, so I imagine they've figured that out.
Right, but the problem that I'm having is I'm running. I use as you see, I use Talk Studios, and Chrome has a problem right now where it's not doing any of my animations or anything when people join or anything like that.
Oh,
Yeah, so all of the Streamlabs stuff that you work like hours and hours just to get a little animation to come up.
Oh, bro, yeah, you're preaching to the choir there, buddy.
Oh no, I'll watch your channel and it's just like dizzying the stuff that you've got going.
All those little slaps that pop up and all the different sounds that are queued up with them. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's fun. It pays off in the end. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was telling someone last night that actually Casey Quatronics, there he is in the thing. He's taking the night off tonight. He hasn't been feeling good this week, and it just worked out that Heads was coming on, and but I was telling him that I said I don't put a fifth of the amount of time into my channel or my streams that Heads does, and it shows.
Well, hey, I mean, I appreciate that. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. It's all for the community, and keeps things interesting, keeps things changing.
Yeah.
I could just fly my whoop every night and scream every time I crash, but that gets boring.
And say your flight controller crapped the bed on you.
Yeah, you got it. I think I've almost gotten to the bottom of this issue. Hang on. I'm getting there.
Yeah. Just built my first pusher quad today. Fun Provoke. Man, I still need it. Fun Provoke. Email me. Let me see if I can put it up there.
Oh, Lordy.
Right here. Email me at, I got to take you down first. At phatpastorfpv.com. I'd like to have you on the show. I want to talk about that quad that you had at Minefield with all of the LEDs on it. So yeah, hit me up there. It's phatpastorfpv@gmail.com. Also, members, all the thing on the members. You on the Discord, there will be a link that in the Discord for members that you can hop in from time to time, especially on an open night, and drop in if you've got any things going on or meetups or anything like that you want to talk about, or even questions. Ed's McPush Kid. Okay. This is what it would be like if you use my voice for the
God,
robot lady.
I want that to happen so bad, man. I'm working on it. I'm talking to people.
It would be so many us in it. Us.
If they can add those in, I'll gladly take them.
Boom. Will do. Ed's house just collapsed, I think. I think he's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm just dropping stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, I felt like I was actually christened when let me move it like up here. There we go. Felt like I was kind of christened into FPV because I used to give Marcel off Axis a hard time about he was on he come on Ian's Maztec's channel one time and give him a super chat, and he called him Markle. It's like Markle off Axis, and we teased him for I don't know, I guess a good month or so here on the channel, calling him Markle, and I guess now people can say, "What's that?" That's Pat. Whatever, PhatPastor. So I don't know if you remember that old line from SNL, or what's of course I don't guess that stuff would fly nowadays, but it would make people mad and they get all the feelings all hurt. But it was this I don't think it ever said whether it was a guy or a girl. It was just this person that looked like it could be either one, and its name was Pat. And, yep, it's Pat. What's that? It's Pat. That's exactly right, Mike. So yeah. Here. What I can do while we're waiting on him to go, I will play my little intro here, and I don't have much to show you, but there is something I do want to talk about. According to the mail time.
Mail time.
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time. Mail time.
The mail's here. Here's the mail that never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want a whale. Mail!
It makes me smile to think my friends will say, I wonder what's in the mail today. What's in the mail today? What's in the mail today? I wonder.
Mail call! Copper bottom. This one's from your mom.
Oh, is there anything for me?
Oh, I got something for you. That's from my sister.
I recognize the handwriting.
What's in the mail today? What's in the mail today?
All right. I'm going to show you a little bit. I don't have a lot. All of it is from our friends at TinyWhoop, Mr. Jesse P. I'm going to cover up my address. Unlike last time, showed everybody in the world. Now I'm getting vote for me and contribute to my campaign flyers all the time. So, but got for my buddy, Mr. Jeff Russell. Picked you up some old brushed saucy or speed saucy old brushed TinyWhoop motors for your inductor to make it fly a lot better, and more LED. Can't have enough Whoop LEDs. And if you crash as much as I do, you'll break them. These are the actual bigger ones. if you guys been watching the channel, you'll know that I put some tiny ones on there. And whenever I crash into the pews at churches, it's like the hand of Satan reaches up and grabs you when you're flying. But I got the little bit bigger ones. I got it in, of course, blue, and you can get them in different colors. Where the front's one color, blue, and it's kind of a light blue more than a silver. And yeah, I like to put them on the ducks. Let me see. Yeah, I can show you. I think I can show you. Yeah, I just put them, welder them on the sides here, and these bigger ones, they take a crash quite a bit better. I don't know if you could tell the difference. See it up here, though. Notice the front is like a light blue, or oh, look at that! Oh, that's going to bother me. I want to fix that one, to move that one up. Look. Oh, that's going to stay in my head until I fix it. But yeah, the back ones are. I just think it's cool when you're flying indoors in an LED whoop race, be able to have them. So yeah, that's what these are. These are just 4 red ones. That's 2 of the identical set that I just put on here, and these are all 4 the same color, blue. Show you guys the difference. You just plug these into the battery. Make sure you don't got touching wires, of course. Like that. See that? That's awesome. Hope I didn't fry it. It touch them together, burnt my finger. Hope I didn't burn that LED. Nah, it still works. I don't have my reader glasses on, so I can't see this stuff, but you can short them out on your finger, and they still work. Well, see there? Yeah, it actually burn you. So yeah, that's stupid tax. That's what I call that. A little bit of stupid tax, but that's 4 of them. And turn this off here. I have to wear my streaming glasses, which does not have my bifocals in them. So I touch the wires together, burn my finger. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I call that stupid tax. A little bit of stupid tax. And got another of the beta FPV. All right. I think we got him, Mr. Head's back. Got the little beta FPV. I've had pretty good luck with these. A lot of people haven't, but I've had pretty decent luck with them. So you just missed it. I shorted the LEDs out and burnt my finger right on
I'm
the
sorry.
screen.
I was watching. I just didn't want to interrupt because you couldn't even see me. I was like swearing in the background. I wanted to keep it down.
Were you able to see the smoke?
I didn't get to see the smoke. No, I could hear it. I could hear you talking. I had you in the other tab.
Well, the smoke didn't come from the electronics. It came from my finger.
Oh, a little barbecue there.
Yeah.
All right.
A little 1S.
At least you know it works.
Short it out will actually burn even the cheap ones. I just use these for like testing on the bench. Have you ever seen these heads?
The battery holder?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
This
It's interesting.
Go forward. The battery goes in like this when they're
full, and sideways when they're empty.
Yep.
Very smart.
Yep. I didn't.
Yeah, I like that.
I didn't think of it. Someone smarter than me did.
Was that a Thingiverse
I think
design?
it is. Flying Sasquatch was the. See, got something written on it. I've never been able to look at it. It just says Whoop batteries.
Okay.
A friend of mine, Flying Sasquatch, printed them for me, and they're actually better if you print them in TPU, in my opinion.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, this is my actual race battery. So I'll put them all in one way, and as I'm racing, I'll just flip them around.
Yeah, that's nifty. I like that. I wonder if they got one for 450s. I don't ever really use 300s much.
You could probably adapt it. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Speaking of that was about all for mail call. I don't know. Do you ever use the TinyWhoop LEDs on any of your plugs?
Whiskers or the LEDs?
Yeah, the four, not the whiskers, the
Oh,
four.
okay. No, I haven't used those yet. I got the whiskers on one of my whoops, but I don't have the actual
bigger.
LEDs.
There's a bigger one. They're like 0609s or something.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend them. The smaller ones are tiny.
Yeah.
And they as much as I crash, they break. Awful.
How do you affix them onto your whoop?
Just welders. You just take I take clear tape. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it. Yeah, you can see the glob there.
Yeah.
And I'm running the 32,000 TinyWhoop motors on this, and it's HD 0.
Dang.
So that's
what kind of flight time you get on that?
Well, with the bi-blades, I get it a little bit longer. I probably get close to about 230, 240 in a race.
No kidding.
So it's not bad. Not bad. Yeah. And that's with the folded sails, not the road sails. You're not going to get that long.
No.
On road sails at all. So.
When you get down past, do you ever get to a point where your VTX for your AC0 goes to the rainbow screen?
Yes, it will.
After you drop your voltage too low.
After 3.1, you get to like 3.0,
mm-hmm.
and it'll cut off.
Okay.
That's very normal. And one of the things that I experienced, the only problem that I've had, and I've got one going back, I think it's to get FPV, is the 5-volt rail on one of these boards would brown out.
Really?
You'd fly, but you get like above 65, 70, 75% throttle, and it would just go to rainbow screen. And then you'd land, and it would come back sometimes.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I've got a bad solder connection or something. And
that's usually what I would think, yeah.
I tried it every way, and then I put my voltmeter on the 5-volt rail and run those 32,000 kV props up, and it would, the 5-volt would drop down to like 3.6, 3.7. It would go down that low.
Jeez.
So yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's just a bad one. I've got a ticket out.
That was beta FPV?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Now I normally
use such good stuff.
Yeah. I normally use on my HD 0 boards the one that comes with them, the Happy model. I forget what it's called.
The Cross? Is that what that is? The Happy Model Cross F4 or whatever?
This one. You got to solder them on. Let's see what it's called. The Super B.
Super B,
well,
okay.
I'm putting it in my bench cam. Sorry about that, guys. This one.
I gotcha.
Yeah. The diamond shaped one. Well, real diamond shape. What I would call a diamond shape.
Yeah. Little tapered edges there.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, I haven't used that one yet. I haven't used that board yet.
Speaking, you mentioned something. Do you fly? Have you ever flown HD 0? Not HD 0. Walk snail.
I had my first walk snail build. I just finished. I haven't flown it yet. I'm waiting on a cable so I can update the VTX. But I have it built, and I've walked around with it on and looked, so I can see how cool it looks. But yeah, I haven't actually flown it yet.
Yeah. See, I've got two, and I've got the Mobula 7 walk snail, and of course I've got this one. This is the only two that I've got, and I've got the little module that I put on.
What was that one? Was that like a TKS?
This is the Flywoo.
Oh yeah. Okay, right.
This is the 2S version. This is not the 1S version.
Okay.
So
the Firefly or whatever I think it was called.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. I just don't like the way that I like the image, but I just don't like the way that it breaks up. The blurring.
Yeah.
Bothers me.
Yeah. I've heard some people complain about that.
Yeah. I think you can find that, John, on Yegi, that YEGG I, if I'm not mistaken. I'll find it for you. Let's see. Those.
The build I got going on right now with Walk Snail is the Pavo Pico from Beta FPV.
Oh yeah.
I'm supposed to be doing a video on it, but I got a VTX. Kindly, Mr. Burns sent me a used Walk Snail V or an unused Walk Snail VTX. He had it was open, but I guess he wasn't using it, and I didn't have the USB cable for it, and it's the V2 VTX, so it takes a weird cable. So, anyways, Mo FPV was kind enough to send me a spare one he had that was supposed to be arriving today, I think, but it's not here yet. But that'll be the first Walk Snail build that I fly. Looking forward to it.
Well, I was going to offer you tonight, if you didn't, I was going to send you my DRX and that Mobula 8.
Oh, I appreciate that. No, actually, Nick was man, he's insanely generous. We had been talking about I was doing the review on the Radio Master Pocket, and he came into my stream, and I had pre-ordered a Pocket, and I was waiting to get one so I could do my video, and he already had one, and he was like, "Well, I'm done with it, and it still works. So if you want, like, I'll send you mine, and you can just do your review using that."
Right.
So when I get that package from him with the Pocket in it, it also had a Walk Snail VRX and a Walk Snail VTX in it. I was like, "Well, that's awesome." Yeah, hell of a nice guy. I'm sorry, 1 second. I got to do some daddy stuff. I'll be back. 2 seconds.
All right. We're cool. I'm looking for this lipo. Let me see here. No, that's not the one. I'm looking for that lipo case for you. On Yegi. I'm not having a whole lot of luck. I'm going to continue to look for a minute. I'd found it before. It's pretty easy to find, I thought. Let me check one more place. No. All right, no, I'm not having any luck with that. So, let me look here on the chat. PhatPastor. Let's see. Pastor, what's the least you would take for that setup, Marty? I need something for a wing build. What setup are you talking about? You don't Walk Snail? Remind me, if you will, what you're talking about. I have short-term memory loss and long-term and mid-term. I don't remember much of nothing. Twisted Carbon, welcome, Twisted Carbon. Hey, it's Infinity Loops. Yes, Ed is here. Can anyone call? Let me do this. I'm gonna try to be a little more active on the Discord here, and I'm gonna start doing some giveaways and things like that on the FPV Freak Discord. So if you've not subscribed to that, I just posted a link to it. Oh, my fingers. Smells like burnt flesh. The Walk Snail. Okay, for the VRX, what I've got, 8-bit, you've got my contact information. What I've got, if I end up getting rid of it, I've even got a VTX. Well, it's in the other, because I've got another one of the light VTXs that's still in the box, never been used. So, yeah, hit me up. I may get rid of all of it. The two TinyWhoops. this one and the Mobula 7, not the Mobula 8, Mobula 7, 1S, with it all. Just hit me up and we'll talk about it behind the scenes. So yeah. So, what kind of wing are you building? Yeah, I've heard a lot of people really like it. The image is superior. It is a superior image to HDC. It's
Okay,
just
my apologies.
that's all right. That's all
I'm
right.
back.
You're a guest. You can go and come and take your come and go and
Oh yeah, no. I don't like being rude and leaving when I'm a guest somewhere. But my son and my wife just got home from a walk and they're getting ready to go to bed. So I just wanted to say goodnight to them.
they wasn't chased by that little kid, were they?
No. I made that joke too when they were getting ready to leave. I was like, why don't you guys go back down the street? Go find that kid. He looked like he wanted to talk to you guys.
Little zombie kid. It was
Yeah. Looks like he wanted to be friends.
$2
or take a nibble out of you, maybe. Yeah, he wanted his $2.
$2. I want my $2. you could stop and jump out at him and tell him this.
I'm bigger than you. I'm higher in the food chain. Get in my belly. Come on. You're lucky, wee man. Ah.
Can I have a hug?
Dr. Evil, let me make you a deal, all right? You get the motor, you keep your money, and I'll get your baby.
Right.
It's so disgusting. It's hilarious.
No, I told my wife he's like a rabid dog. If you stop the car, he's not going to know what to do with himself. I was like, I could have just slammed the brakes on and gotten out of the truck and been like, what do you want? Yeah, he was oh God, and turn around and ran the other way.
I used to have a when I was a kid, we had a yellow lab, and he loved to chase the neighbor's cats.
Mm-hmm.
And they were cat people. And of course, the cats would run and the dog would chase, and they got a big tomcat, and he took off after it, and the cat didn't run. The dog was like, "What? It's not how this goes. You supposed to run, I'm supposed to chase."
Yeah, what happened? You don't know how to play this game?
He didn't get within 10 foot of that cat. He tucked his tail and ran back across the street.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, all bark.
Bad for life. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you on the channel before.
Bad for life? What up, brother?
Yeah. Clip that. I do need to clip the $2. Want my $2? $2.
Oh yeah, you do. What do you have new over there in your FPV mail? Anything of interest in your new items? I missed the majority of it. Did you already finish your mail time stuff?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
All I had was the stuff from Beta FPV, not Beta.
Oh,
Happy model, the LEDs, the flight,
TinyWhoop?
the TinyWhoop. Yeah.
TinyWhoop, right? Okay.
Yes, the I bought some actual motors for. They still got them. Still got brush motors on.
Oh yeah. He keeps a lot of random stuff in stock over there.
Yeah. And I've got a friend of mine, Jeff Russell. He's on here. We got him into whoop racing, and what happened is, oh God, well, probably 2 years ago or longer now. I think it was the onset of COVID. I got a friend of mine that owns like a thrift store type thing, and he had some silver coins, actual, silver American Eagles, stuff that I wanted, and he knows that I'm into drones and stuff, and he's like, "Well, why don't you trade me a drone out for it?" So I took him the Emax Race, the old Emax Race, and the Inductrix, the first yellow Inductrix.
Yeah.
With the radio, goggles. Just I said, "Here's everything, charger, everything somebody will need to fly."
Yeah.
And I traded it to him for some silver, and which I do not have.
That doesn't sound like a
Stored-
horrible deal.
Yeah, it's stored away in a secure location.
There you go. Good call.
But protected with lots of guns. But it's at Mike Berkman's house. So no, I'm joking. But anyway, Jeff goes by there and he picks it up and buys it. And my buddy says, "Hey, if you don't know how to do it, just the guy that sold it to me is a friend of mine from high school. He'll help you out."
Yeah.
So, and we met up and got him flying. And of course, the brush motors were old, and Sean, the friend of mine, had flew it around his shop so many times the motors were getting weak. So
Yeah.
we're gonna set him up with a new set of TinyWhoop spicy motors.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so he'll see
Yeah,
that.
good deal.
Yeah, yeah. So
Get him toting around in angle mode, getting used to things.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that's the Inductrix was the first quad that I flew through a gate, and it was it had me after that.
I feel like that's is that Jesse Perkins' similar story, Mr. TinyWhoop? I think he said the
know,
first FPV drone he used, I think he said, was the Inductrix.
right?
Maybe.
Right. I got something here.
I don't remember. That's crazy.
I'm just winging it and freestyling it tonight, so I'll show you this.
Do it up.
Most people don't get the privilege to fly this, see this. This is a Mr. Jesse Perkins, the early.
Oh wow! Look at that thing.
And
Nice.
man, it still flies like an angle. It flies like a dream. I could fly this thing up the southbound end of a northbound goose. So, it just that Jesse was talking. I don't remember who we were with or what live stream it was. It might have been Nick Burns.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Nick Burns, or it might have been on your channel when y'all had him on. That he was
Maybe.
talking about that he is still trying to find a flight controller in an angle that is as precise as the Spectrum and was. And this I mean, it's angle only, and it's Spectrum, so you got to fly multi-protocol module. But
Right.
that was my first belt, and had come with a little card. If you guys remember back in the day when Jesse would do it, come with a little card where he wrote you a little note and all that kind of stuff when they built it. But that one's one that I don't think I'll ever sell. My wife will probably sell it after I'm gone, and but
Yeah, it'll never mean like as much, to someone else, since you start with that one. You got all the memories with it that those are irreplaceable.
And I've told my wife, so if she asks any of you guys listening that if she goes to sell all my stuff and I die one day or something, do not sell my quads for what you think I paid for it. It's the same thing with my guns. Don't sell my guns for what you think I paid for. They appreciate in value. I was lying, but like, oh yeah, I just got that one for $50. $50. Yeah, that's it. $50.
Yeah. It was at a yard sale. It was the craziest thing.
That's right.
Guy said he was in a pinch, had to get rid of it.
That's right. Wasn't it? It was Weebleed. Zotek from Weebleed. He was on our channel one time, and he went through or started doing for a time where he would send you a note or something. Like if you asked, you could put it in the notes, and he would send a thing in the paper like, "Congratulations on your win."
Oh. The old lie to the wife, the old fake receipt.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I can't sell it. I can't sell it.
When I met Malty, he's the hidden third member of Infinity Loops, who is no longer with us. Not like in life, but like in Infinity Loops. When he first met me, I was working at I was managing like a little independent vape shop, and I was just in charge of yelling at the teenagers that worked there and making sure they weren't screwing around, you know. But hey, Malty would come in every day after work. He would get off early. And at the time he was married. He's not anymore, so I can tell this story. He used to come into the shop to burn time, though, because he would tell his boss he needed to leave early to go do whatever. You know, he'd make something up. And then he would tell his wife, well, I got to work late. And so he would get a little alone time where he could go like sit. And basically, like the vape shop was like the bar for some people, like the old smokers.
So
They
he
would
was
just
like
sit there
Norm.
and yeah, exactly. They would sit in there every day for several hours and just chew the fat with you and try a bunch of new stuff and, you know, whatever, never spend a dime and leave. Those kind of people. But Malty would come in and then he would get like hundreds of dollars worth of stuff some days. And then when he was leaving, he'd be like, hey, can you ring me up a receipt for like $25? Yeah, sure. And I'd just do like a, you know, just like a general merchandise $25 just so he could take it home to his wife and be like, yeah, this huge bag full of stuff that I just came home with, $25. Look at that. It's right here on the receipt. I got a receipt and everything. So yeah, I definitely know that.
Got these HD Zero goggles for like $150.
It was crazy.
So.
Yeah. Guy didn't know what he had. It was a steal.
Yeah, I was speaking of, you know, Athix said he's going to a gun store and saw a wife selling her husband's guns and asked to get $250 for a Daniel Defense AR-15.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know if you can see it, but right on the other side, you guys have probably seen it before, of these two, I'm a nerd, lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what those are right there. I have what's called it's a Samick guitar. It's like a Les Paul.
Okay.
They're made, they're pretty nice guitars. I mean, they're not $3,000-$4,000 Les Paul, but they're, you know, it's a $800-$900, probably $1,000-$1,100 guitar right now. And I went to Sam Ash. I don't know if you guys have those, big guitar store. And this kid was coming in and he had one in a case, in a hard case. And he was like, yeah, I just want to get like $150 for it. And, you know, one of the potentiometers on it don't work. And he's like, I don't know how to fix it and all of that. And the guy was like, well, if one of the potentiometers fixed, he said, we probably couldn't give you any more than $50 for it. I said, so I'll give you $100. I'll give you $100 bill right now for it. I said, just let me look at it. And I made sure the neck wasn't warped on it.
Yeah.
And I bought a $25 potentiometer from the guy at another guitar store. And when I went to pick the potentiometer up to put it in it, he was like, I'll give you $800 for it right now. Because I was telling him the story. He's like, you can make $700 on it. I'll give you $800 for it right now.
Jeez,
and
man.
I was like, no, I'm going to hang on to it.
Yeah, that's a good call.
One of my favorite guitars. So
when my father passed, my father played guitar all as far as I've known since he was like a young teen.
Mm-hmm.
But he used to play in bands when he was younger and travel around the state and just to make money. Like his father died when he was real young in the war.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember which one, but he was a pilot and he died in the war. And so it was like my father was like 13 and had to help take care of his younger brother who was like 10. So he started playing gigs with his like school band and they got really good. Like they played a ton. But he had a 1967, I think it was a late 60s Gibson Les Paul Black Beauty. And my older brother got into playing guitar when we were in high school and we started like a little band. And my older brother would borrow my dad's Les Paul, the Black Beauty, to like take to these shows and play. So he was like taking them to these high school cafeterias and like the pick guard was, or the whatever it's called, the little strike plate on it was all destroyed. He was like doing all kinds of stupid stuff to it, like purposely bending the neck a little bit to get the sound to change, and doing some like ungodly things to this guitar. And we found out years later that it had gained so much in value. It was like thousands and thousands. It was like a $7,000 guitar or something.
Yeah.
And there's pictures of my older brother wearing like a Korn t-shirt, a Limp Bizkit t-shirt, and we're in high school, and he's got like this little Stussy beanie on and some Jenko jeans, and he's holding this. At the time, it was probably like a $4,000 guitar, and we had no clue. We were just
Wow.
walking around in high school with it, just wailing on it.
Wow. My wife's uncle, my wife's family, well, her uncle played on the Grand Ole Opry
Mhm.
for here in Nashville, which we're only about 45 minutes from the actual Grand Ole Opry where I live.
Okay.
And where she lived, it was about 20 minutes. And he played on it for years. He was the session bassist, and he had to have a kidney transplant. And he asked me to sell a Gibson mandolin for him. He wanted me to sell it on eBay.
Okay.
And I was like, well, okay. I was like, well, what do you want for it? He's like, well, I'm going to need at least 20. And I was like, $20? He's like, no, 20,000. I was like, what in the world? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, do you know what kind of fees you get hit with
yeah.
on
Yeah.
eBay and PayPal fees
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
all
they're
of
both
it?
gonna bend you over for that one. That's
And
that's a that's a big loss.
yeah, and he was like, well, figure it out and all of this, and we looked around, took it to some different guitar shops, and they just wanted to give him wholesale because
Yeah.
that's what you know, they knew it was worth a lot of money, and we did end up selling it. I think it was like 28,000 that he got for it for him to get about the 20 that he wanted, but sold it on eBay. A mandolin. So,
You did sell it on eBay?
we did get it sold for him on eBay, and I just found out my father, he passed probably 10 years ago now.
Mhm.
And when I was a boy, we just had a lever action. I know this ain't got a lot to do with quads. We'll get back to it in a little bit. A lever action 22 Marlin
Mhm.
that his father gave me. And I used to have it. I used to keep it in this gun safe. This is what this is right here. This is a gun safe. Got my AR-15s and stuff in it. And you know, they get out every now and then and try to kill the neighbor's dogs all by themselves. I normally keep a lock on them so that they can't get out and run around on their own. But
Yeah.
I found out from a friend of mine, the same friend that owns the thrift shop. He was like, man, he said, you need to sell me that rifle of your dad's. I was like, why? I said, it's my dad's old rifle.
Yeah.
I just saw one in not as good a condition as your dad sell at auction for $30,000.
Whoa.
So I've been looking. I'm like, I know it was my dad's gun, and my grandfather gave it to him.
That's crazy though.
But my dad would like kick my butt if he thought I could get $20,000 or $15,000 for that rifle and not
Yeah,
get rid
really.
of it. So
That's great. What do you figure that he got it for, or his grandfather got it for?
probably
like a nickel or something.
well, it wouldn't. I'd probably say $5-10 maybe,
My
because it was
Oh.
it's 1939
Oh wow.
model,
Yeah.
something like that, and
That's
yeah,
wild.
yeah, and it still shoots. Man, it's a tack driver. When I was a little boy, we would set 22 cartridges up on the fence and shoot them. The spent cartridge would shoot them off and split pencils in half with it with iron sights.
Jeez.
I'm telling you, we was like and then I got in trouble with that rifle. The last
I
story
can't
about it.
imagine how you
Last
get in
story.
trouble.
Yeah, I was in the backyard. We had an apple tree
Mhm.
in the backyard, and so I was telling one of my buddies, I was like, $5. I was like 15 years old. It was like $5 within 3 shots. I can shoot this apple off the tree, which cutting the stem,
Yeah.
without hitting the apple, and it's freestanding. Like, no way. So, and I got out there, first shot, lucky shot, really. And so I started just doing it and see how many that I could do because it held like 16 in it. And about that time, my dad comes home, and he worked to own an Exxon station, and he come home and he's like, "Boy, what are you doing?" Like, well, bet Kevin that I could shoot one of these apples off the tree. He's like, are you stupid? That's that's how my dad was.
Yeah.
it was, he wasn't asking a question.
Right. Yeah.
Saying no was not the answer.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? He was like, that's a 22. You're shooting at this kind of angle. Son, there's people that live over there on the other side of those woods.
Yeah.
He said a 22 will go about 2 miles.
Yeah, that might cause a little bit of
Yeah,
problem there.
It was busting their windows out or something.
Yeah, or
Oh,
worse.
Yeah. Just walk out the back door. Flop. Yeah, so that's the last time I shot apples on the tree. So
Well, it sounds like a fun time though.
it was.
That sounds like something I'd like to get into.
Speaking of fun
Shoot
time,
some apple trees.
oh gosh, I will get you to react with me.
Okay.
Are you game?
Yeah, sure.
It's tonight's not going to be Pastor reacts. It's going to be Pastor and Ed's react. So let me see here. Preaching FPV sent us another one. Let me share the screen here. He sent us that this was the one he sent us last week. NASA admits that we never went to the moon, and it took me a while to get through that video. But this one, and again, I don't know. I asked them to keep it, relatively short and somewhat family friendly. And this appears to be the Simpsons predictions for 2023 is unbelievable. Well,
they're pretty good at getting predictions right over there at the Simpsons.
I've heard that. I've heard that. So
yeah,
let's watch it. And do I have audio? Did you hear the audio? I paused.
I don't hear any audio currently. Just you.
Was you able to hear it at all? Oh wait, no. I'm sharing. Yeah, see, that's what happens when you're not a good YouTuber. Now let's. Oh, there we go. We'll pause it and let me see if I can get a better layout. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, let's just go. All right. So the Simpsons predictions for 2023 is unbelievable.
I'm ready.
We'll see.
Simpsons predictions for 2023 is unbelievable. Ever since mankind first appeared on the Earth, curious individuals have been attempting to divine the future. From the mysterious Baba Vanga to the Mayans, even the Simpsons have made prophecies that will give you shivers. The long-running series is renowned for having garnered a reputation for accurately predicting the future. The television show has been successful for more than 3 decades because of a devoted audience that is immersed in the characters of Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie. As a result of the fact that The Simpsons have, in the past, accurately anticipated events such as tiger attacks and the election of Donald Trump as president, many people now pay close attention to the show's future forecasts. So without further ado, here are the forecasts for 2023.
Let me respond so far. I've not watched The Simpsons in a long time. I don't watch much TV, period.
Yeah.
So, but my experience prior to it, being a pastor, I've had a lot of people send me stuff that, they supposedly predicted 9/11 and all of this other stuff. So
They have, yeah. I've just in my short time watching The Simpsons as a child, I don't remember anything that they predicted, but I have as an adult seen, probably similar to you, just a lot of clips of things they've predicted that ended up being true or happening.
right.
So yeah, but that's the extent of it for me.
Right. And
Inflation
I take it that clip that it showed Donald Trump, from what I understand, going down the escalator.
Right. Yeah.
Actually released before that ever happened.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
it did like a long time before it happened. I think.
Right.
And several years before it happened.
Yeah. That's pretty. Freaky.
Pretty eerie. Yeah. That's a pretty hard guess.
Yeah. All right. See, inflation crisis.
This forecast, which is reportedly for the year 2023, may come as a surprise to you. Despite the fact that we are all well aware of the current situation with gas prices and the rising expense of living, Homer is told by a guy that anarchy and the end of civilization are coming shortly to a country.
Is that Mike Bergman? That's what I picture Mike looking like.
It looks like
not
him,
yellow.
yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, maybe a little more facial hair, but yeah, it's pretty close.
That's what I'm thinking. Mike is Mike the Oracle from? He's probably Mike. Are you the Simpsons Oracle?
Near you in America. Homer gives his response saying, America can't fail because we're just as strong as ancient Rome. The viewer is presented with a film in which the following statement is made. The contemporary world is an unstoppable march of development. The video continues after Homer says, delicious, and then asks, or is it we're slaves to the system, shut the grocery and we starve? Then cards with phrases like no local farming, peak oil, Ben Bernanke, solar flares, 17-year cicadas, and dangerous troll start to emerge. Homer continues by saying,
did that little boy have a club?
Yeah.
He did have a club?
He did.
And a ripped shirt? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a whole lot to react to, but
oh my gosh, this film with no citations and no date has persuaded me beyond any reasonable question. Homer receives reassurance from the man who says to him, I'm the person you want to know when the stuff hits the fan.
Sure.
Nuclear conflict between the United States and China. Another prediction is a nuclear conflict. It would seem that the Simpsons have predicted that there would be a nuclear war between the United States and China in the year 2023. In one of their episodes, you can hear a news presenter stating, It is with great regret that I notify you that the United States of America and China have declared war on one another. It is anticipated that a big nuclear strike will arrive on our beaches within the next hour. Trump as President of the United States in 2024.
Wow.
So that China and America, that didn't happen though.
What, in 2023?
Right, we're not at war with China and there's not nuclear bombs or any of that.
No.
I'm not sure why they showed that one, I guess. I'm a little confused on that last one, the China one. I mean, I get it that China and America are beefing, but I feel like we have been for a really long time.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if it's going to come true, it's going to be what, in the next 2 months?
Yeah, they better hurry it up.
That's right. So, right. Yeah. And Trump as president in 2024. Okay.
The program takes its ability to predict the future to a whole new level in the episode Bart to the Future from the year 2000, when it names Donald Trump as having served as President of the United States. During the course of the episode, Lisa holds the office of President. We overhear her speaking when she is in the Oval Office, and she says, As you are aware, we've inherited quite a financial problem from President Trump. Trump was inaugurated as the 45th President of the United States in the year 2017. And also very possible in the year 2024. The Simpsons predict public health and safety fears are rising. The information relating to the 2023 Resident Evil forecast made by the cartoon series The Simpsons has recently burst on social media platforms both in the United States and internationally. It is suggested in episode 4 of season 21 of The Simpsons that in the year 2023, the Springfield Burger Restaurant, which is where the show's main setting is based, would create a new beef burger. This beef burger was made using a totally different way from the traditional one. First, the excellent beef is ground up and mixed with other ingredients to form feet.
Oh. Now, see, I know this happened, but I think this was back in the past that they would do leftover beef byproducts and put it in cattle feed.
I'm pretty sure they put cows in ass first into the grinder these days. I don't think they go head first anymore.
That's right. I agree.
I think this is a little outdated here.
Right. I think it is. But I think that led to mad cow disease, which was a long time ago. So I don't know if they're calling for some. Yeah.
We're gonna get another round of mad cow on the way.
I don't know. Well,
let's see what they say. Is then given to the cattle. Next, the beef that comes from the cattle that were fed the same sort of meat throughout their development is used to manufacture hamburger meat.
See,
after trying the brand new beef.
What's that?
I said, see, ass first, like I said.
Right. It's the right way. After they feed them the right way. So maybe you're a bit prophetic there. You know? once they get it right.
Burger, a reporter began to
get mad
extol
cow
its
disease.
delicious qualities. However, the reporter suddenly went insane and began biting other people. As a result, the whole town quickly descended into insanity, and the majority of the population...
Look at the cop.
Just gnawing on him.
This guy, I don't know who he is, but he doesn't seem to care. So,
Yeah, Mo looks pretty fed up.
yeah, this is not as much conspiracy stuff as or much to react to. I mean, like the guy's got a bite out of his arm. So, yeah.
And turned into zombies. After it was revealed that Bart was born with antibodies to the virus and the remaining survivors reliant on drinking Bart's bathwater to live, the Resident Evil dilemma was resolved by Bart, the son of the Simpsons character Homer Simpson. It should come as no surprise that this serial animation of The Simpsons is itself a work that depicts reality in a tone that is ludicrous. The majority of the information included in each episode of the animation has been thoroughly deliberated over by the show's producers as well as content industry specialists. Therefore, despite the fact that some of the information can seem to be absurd, it is in fact substantiated by real-world occurrences or proof. For instance, utilizing beef as feed for cattle is something that really happens in the real world. Some individuals have been toying with the concept of using the flesh as feed in order to improve the protein level of the feed in order to make the animal's meat taste better.
What?
So that's been going on for years, though.
So should we start eating people and then we'll be better? We'll have higher protein or something?
Well, no. Supposedly,
Is that how
according
bodybuilders do it?
to some of the stuff that China put human DNA in rice to make it more resistant to mold and blood.
What?
Supposedly, yes. Yeah.
You want to know what's crazy? Crazy little side note about rice that I didn't know. If you have rice sitting around in a container, don't. You should keep your rice moving. I had rice in a container for like less than a year. It was like in a steel container with a closed, sealed lid on it. And I opened it the other day, and like all the rice on the bottom of the jar was covered in these tiny little white bugs. I have no idea how they got in there, but they were all over my rice, and it was gross, and it freaked me out. I threw it all away, including the container. But yeah, the container's not that old, and the rice that was in it was not that old, but it was covered in bugs, which is kind of weird. A whole lot of them too, like thousands of them. It was gross.
Wow.
So anyways, check
and
your
it was
rice.
a sealed container, right?
Yeah. You know, like the ones you get for your countertop, like the little closed lid and it got a latch on it, and it's got a little rubber lip that goes.
Right.
Yeah, one of those. They're like airtight. But well, something got in there. I don't know how, but a whole lot of them too. It was a whole rack of these little bugs were in there. It was gross.
Or that stuff was already in the rice.
Could have been. Yeah, it could have been. True.
Right.
That's even creepier now. Gross.
I had heard that this, because I've cattle farmers all around me, that they had done this out west a lot, and that's part of the thing. What I'd heard that led to the mad cow disease, but that was 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah. I remember hearing about that a long time ago.
Right.
This is possible since the cost of rearing animals in the West is quite affordable.
Rearing
Prions,
animals.
which were eventually referred to as mad cow disease, were disseminated across the animal planet as a result of the increased usage of animal feed. Due to prions degrading brain tissue, animals and people afflicted with mad cow disease will exhibit symptoms like irritability, short temper, and extreme hostility. In this respect, they are very similar to the depictions of zombies seen in films and on television. Therefore, The Simpsons are less of a forecast for the year 2023 and more of an outrageous creative portrayal of actual events that have occurred throughout history. Ukraine crisis. 1998 was the year that The Simpsons-tide, the 19th episode of Season 9 of The Simpsons, had its debut. During the course of the episode, a delegate from each nation attended a United Nations meeting where they discussed the respective nations' future intentions. The envoy from Russia said that they wanted the other nations to believe that the Soviet Union was in the past. This remark was made by the Russian representative. After then, there were some shots showing the flag of the Soviet Union being hoisted along with some troops queuing up. It is claimed that this terrible forecast was the most recent one that came true in the year 2022. 2014 was the year when Russia officially took control of Crimea, and in February 2022, Russia launched an invasion of Ukraine and began conducting airstrikes on Ukrainian residents. The showrunner for The Simpsons noted that this forecast is not comparable to some of the show's trivial predictions, but rather comes from the continuous conflicts that have been present throughout history. Elon Musk. In Treehouse of Horror 33, the cartoon family lives in a version of Westworld in which the employees of the amusement park utilize a Cybertruck to transport broken robots to a facility where they may be repaired. Monorail Homer becomes caught in an endless loop of a catchphrase, and the
So what year were they talking about? Did they predict the truck? I'm not really understanding the lady.
She's kind of bouncing all over the place with it.
Yeah, it's hard to react to it because I think she's going a bit fast. If they predicted
to a
before,
facility,
then that's pretty accurate.
Well, okay. We also have to factor in that Elon Musk is a huge meme lord and made one of his rockets look like a dick because he was shooting it into space. And they said, does it make it more aerodynamic? And he said, no. Arguably, it makes it less aerodynamic, but it's funny. So,
Right.
like, he's willing to do that. It wouldn't surprise me if he like went back to The Simpsons, saw this episode, and was like, I'm gonna actually make a truck that looks like this. You know what I mean? I see that as something he would do.
Oh yeah.
All stoned after an episode of Rogan, and he's like watching The Simpsons. He's like, I'm gonna make that truck, and then we'll launch it into space.
Because I got more money than God. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
where they may be repaired.
Right. Yeah,
Monorail Homer becomes caught in an endless loop of a catchphrase, and the humanoid robot has to be turned off by flipping a switch on his nose. After that, he is hurled into the cargo area of a Cybertruck. The next episode, titled Not It, will include more of Tesla's time spent in Springfield. A white Model X may be seen on screen for a brief period of time during.
She said will be. Is this I don't know. Those of you in the chat, is this episode that's already aired? Did it air before?
I'm assuming that's the idea.
That's the whole premise of the.
At least of the title of the video. She also said a second ago that they just started doing episodes off of events that already happened. So now I'm just confused.
Yeah, I am too. Because, I mean, that's
during the show's humorous retelling of Stephen King's It, which only lasts a few seconds. In episode 716 of The Simpsons, which airs in December 2021, Fit Fat Tony is revealed to be Maggie's godfather and provides the Simpson family with a lease on a Lexus SUV. After some time has passed, Bart is seen tinkering with the Falcon doors. There was also a cameo of the Tesla Roadster in an episode of The Simpsons. In the 5th episode of the 32nd season, a red Roadster is seen parked in front of the estate that belongs to Leonardo DiCaprio.
32nd season. I guess they had the Roadsters out by then. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we got clickbait with the title a little bit.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like halfway through, she says something about, but they were just doing things based on events that already happened. Because like obviously they didn't guess that Tesla was going to make these cars and all that.
Right, and then people go back and say that it aired before.
Is that what this is all supposed to be about? Is like that it didn't actually predict things? They were just always doing it.
It says it's unbelievable. But maybe that's because they didn't.
Lasts a few seconds. In episode 716 of The Simpsons, which airs in December 2021, Fit Fat Tony is revealed to be Maggie's godfather and provides the Simpson family with a lease on a Lexus SUV.
Is that PHAT Tony? Fat Tony?
Might have some fighting words there.
That's right.
After some time has passed, Bart is seen tinkering with the Falcon doors. There was also a cameo of the Tesla Roadster in an episode of The Simpsons.
He doesn't have
in the 5th episode of the 32nd season, a red Roadster is seen parked in front of the estate that belongs to Leonardo DiCaprio. Despite the obvious mistake, the automobile was connected to the outlet on the right side of the vehicle. The Model S has also made an appearance in the program. In order to avoid having to pay for power, Mr. Burns owns a Model S, which he...
Mr. Burns. Is that Nick?
Charges at the residence of Richard
he didn't know who
Branson.
Mr. Burns was. I was making that joke with him like maybe a month ago when he was in chat.
Oh, really?
I think he said he hadn't seen it or he didn't know who Mr. Burns was, but I thought I was like, man, that'd be funny. I should play into that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who Mr. Burns is.
Yeah. Actually, when I was on Ian's channel and he called me PhatPastor, I was hoping that he would see Nick Burns and call him Neck Burns, but we call those rednecks down here.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Let's finish
Additionally,
this.
Krusty the Clown has a Model S.
I'm
He
dragging
hangs
this
out
out
the
too
window
long.
and attacks Homer while using autopilot as his support. Who among us could ever forget the episode? During the episode from season 26, when Tesla's CEO landed in Homer's garden and the two quickly became friends, he provided his own voiceover for the show. Bart and Lisa decided to take Elon's vehicle for a joyride, and in order to activate FSD, they enter the password Musk Rules. The play, however, takes an...
So it could be that Elon likes the show and he...
Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like.
Yeah.
But it just sounds like this video just switched like halfway through. It was like, yeah, it predicted that this was going to happen. And this maybe, sort of, kind of. But then they just did videos off of things that already happened. And then they just showed us that for the rest of the video. That was a weird flip.
Clickbait. Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, that's what I think.
It's an unexpected turn when Mr. Burns makes a plot to murder Musk. Since it is well known that The Simpsons has a knack for predicting the future.
All right.
Do they have a knack for predicting the future? I feel like you just spent half a video telling us they don't, lady.
I have to agree with that. My reaction to it is the Donald Trump stuff, but I think that's old news. I don't think it has anything to do with 2023.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. But thanks for the reaction there. It was a little less climactic than the other one was, but
yeah, the other one seemed like it had a little more juice to it.
I agree, Mike.
Get a little more reacting out of it.
Stupid woman. So, science fiction becomes science fact. Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Feels like it. In my lifetime, feels like that's been happening a lot.
I feel like I got robbed. On that one. I wanted to see some predictions. Yeah. And I know, my opinion, here's my reaction on that. I think there's a lot of that goes on with what's the guy's name that looked into the bowl of water back in the 1800s, and everybody says that he's predicted everything. Nostradamus.
Yeah,
but if you go and you read his stuff, it's so vague.
Is it?
It's like when the horn crosses over the path, the blue will turn to green, and there will be a red in the midst. Somebody say, "Look, he predicted this red Tesla coming down the road." Huh? I
crashed my Tesla into a cornfield. It was all predicted from the start.
Yeah.
That's weird. I feel like there's a lot of grifters that have done that though over time, right? That have started little like mini cults. Or there was some dude who owned like a radio station years ago that did it. That was, the world's ending in whatever year at whatever time. And they're never right, obviously, because we're still here. But those are odd. Those pop up every so often. I haven't seen a good one in a while. A good old gloom and doomsday cult, I think is what they're called.
Right.
Haven't seen.
I think Hellbop was the last one. That was back when all those people killed themselves. Remember that?
How long ago was that one?
Well, it was when the Hellbop comet come by, and they thought it was the mothership, and they all laid down in their bunk beds and took a poison and died. Yeah, I don't do good with dates after my head injury, but I remember that one. Called the Hellbop comet. Yeah,
I was in. It had to have been, gosh, maybe 15 years ago now. I still have the magazine somewhere. It was a National Enquirer, I think. I was working at a grocery store when I was a young man, and I saw the magazine on a register, and I remember reading the front page of the article of it. I was standing in line. It said something about some dude was predicting the end of the world, and he had some radio station that he was broadcasting from every day and walking people through it. And people, their retirements, they sold their homes, they cashed out all their stocks, all their investments, and they gave everything to this dude. And they're like, I'm selling off all of my worldly possessions because this is it. And then nothing happened. I guess all those people were screwed, and he just went quiet. But I still have that magazine somewhere in my house somewhere. It's hidden in a box. And it says like the end of the world or the end is near or something. And then it had like the whole article about it.
It wasn't the guy that gave 83 reasons or 89 reasons why the world was going to end in 89, or I think it was 83 or something.
No, this was a little more. This was like in 2004 or 5. I want to say. I can't remember.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whenever the last good old doomsday cult rolled around.
Right. I can remember when I was a kid. Where I live right now is in between where I grew up, and there was a vacant lot between my mother and my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought this lot, and we're here now. But I can remember as a kid, probably 9, 10 years old, that there was some guy. He was all over the news, and he had like 89 reasons, or I don't think it was 89 because I was too young. Maybe 85 reasons why the world was going to end in 85, and to the point that people was going nuts over it.
Yeah.
And my mom and my aunt, just because they could, decided to keep me and my cousins home, and we was out in the yard. I remember we was out in the yard playing kickball,
Yeah.
and my cousin had one of those back in the day, one of those big Seiko watches that had the calculator on it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And
he was a
like,
rad dude. That's what.
Yeah, it was like, hey, because it's supposed to be like at 1 o'clock or something like that, and it's like, it's 1:30. The world didn't end. I was like, cool, kick the ball. That was it. You know, and here recently, I had people message me over this notification alert thing. Like,
oh yeah.
They're like, what do you think about this?
I didn't think much of it. I'll tell you that.
I think they've done it before.
I was gonna say, I feel like they've been doing this since I was a kid. They just used to do it on the TV, and nobody watches TV anymore. So now they do it on the phone and everything else.
And I had people sending me stuff. What should we do? And what I was like, well, if some kind of strange sound comes out of your phone during all of this, throw it in the microwave. And of course, the Faraday cage inside a microwave is the holes are too big for a cell phone. That doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
You can throw your phone in the microwave and call it, and it'll still answer or it'll still ring. But I was like, and if you're still hearing crazy stuff, or you want to bite somebody's face off, turn your microwave on. That'll do it.
Just a quick
that will shut your phone up.
Charge that phone right back up. That's how you get all the electricity into it.
Right. That's
quick
it.
Charge it. Don't actually throw your phones in the microwave.
Yes, I do need to set up the gamble thing.
Oh Lord, is it a lot of work?
Is it really?
Yeah, I can walk you through it, but it'll take you an afternoon into an evening.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. Streamlabs is not the easiest platform to work with, and setting up the custom commands is it's just finicky. It's not hard. It's just it doesn't play nice with anything.
Yeah. See, I set up. And I don't know why. I think it's when the Chrome thing started happening. I set up in my super chats that if someone gave $7.77, it would pop up that Hispanic guy. I don't know if you've ever watched my channel and seen that clip that I show. I won't show it all, but this one I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Yeah.
So I took that, had to shrink it down and do all this. I mean, quite a bit of work for me to get that in there. And that if somebody gave $7.77, that would pop up as the animation on the screen. And I've had people give $7.77 a few times, and it only worked like twice.
Really, the pop-up only worked?
Yeah. Now so some of the pop-ups, I just went with the animations of the, different stuff, and it pops up when people subscribe. But now it's according to the message that I got from Streamlabs that Chrome has got a bug right now, and so that's fixed. I don't have any of those animations.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I wonder if that's what I was getting issues the other night with all mine.
Yeah. If I don't know if you have it, but I have news in my Streamlabs.
Nudes?
News. Like the news.
Oh,
not nudes.
No, not nearly as exciting.
I
that's
on my OnlyFans.
Ah, right. Yeah. On the Fansly.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen the link.
Yeah.
You're doing well for yourself.
You remember, aren't you? I'm sure. So I correct that tomorrow. Walk snail embargo is lifted. Oh, that's something we can actually talk about, something that's got to do with the FPV. So am I correct that tomorrow a walk snail
embargo is being lifted?
I didn't know that there was one, but
is there a review embargo going on? Is that what you're talking about? Like people got stuff early and can't post it yet?
I just watched your animation screen back there of the two guys fighting. It's great.
Oh yeah. There's a little the little Mortal Kombat thing pops up there. Yeah.
Like blood going or punching each other.
Yeah,
like squirrel.
Yeah. No, I know, man. My background's a little it induces ADD for sure.
Yeah, that's me. I'm easily
easily distracted. I get it.
Mike said that he can't say, like, get over here.
Okay, I got you.
He can't.
I got a couple of those friends too, where I hear things and I can't tell anybody where I heard it from. Have you ever seen the movie The Town? This is probably a long shot. Whenever I hear anything like that, where somebody just says like, "Oh, okay," when you tell them like, "I can't tell you," and they don't ask any questions, they just like, "Okay," and they just go along with it. It's about Boston, like Irish Boston gangsters, modern times, and they're like bank robbers, and two of them are real good friends, and one of them needs the other one to help him with something. Ben Affleck's in it. Ben Affleck's the main character, and he's talking to his buddy, and he's like, they need to go beat some people up. And he was trying to muscle some dudes that were messing with his girlfriend. So he's like, I need your help with something. You can't ever ask me about it. You can't ask me where we're going, and we're going to hurt some people. And like the dude that he asked is kind of sitting there quiet for a second. And he goes, whose car are we taking? That was probably like one of my favorite responses ever. It's like I love those kind of friends where you got some secrets for them. I can't tell you though. And they're just like, all right. They just get it. That's what I'm like with this embargo. Sorry, I'm moving back to the FPV stuff. I got a sidetrack.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Brandon Beans says that the walk snail DJI analog and one goggles with OLEDs and an FM radio.
Hey, all right.
I thought it had Sirius radio in it.
We can get those local tunes now. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. You can listen to the football game or the race while you're flying, right?
Heck yeah, I'm in.
Right. Have you heard anything, Brandon? He commented on it. So, all right.
He's not going to tell us. It's a secret.
I know too, but I can't tell you.
Brandon's got secrets.
Caddicks don't like me because I put out I have a peeing on DJI. Well, I don't know. Caddicks might love that one, mightn't they?
Maybe.
I'm sending you.
It all depends on what you said.
I'm sending you some of those Calvin here peeing on remote ID, and I've got a couple in there peeing on DJI. So.
Oh heck yeah, nice.
So I've got that. I want to stick
on the wall.
Yeah. GPS option is available. GPS option is available for those RID users. The Sirius radio is available for those too. Yeah.
You gonna mess with any of this RID stuff, or are you just gonna ignore it?
Well, see, I don't, with the exception of this one, 7-inch, and this one, which is a 5-inch iNav. I don't have any quads that are over 250. Everything that I fly regularly is sub 250.
Okay. So, what happens when they change that rule?
Yeah, well,
because that's next.
Yeah, I do. I do. It's what I said. What I've told people is I don't think that I believe that it's probably going to go the route. I don't remember who it was. It might have been Bruce. Somebody talked about how, or Ken Herron talked about how, I can remember back in the 80s, my dad had a big CB radio, a big home base station, big, strong, powerful tower, CB radio. And around that time, 80 something, they passed a law that you had to get a license. They made it to where the CB band channels were now restricted, like the ham band channel.
Right.
And nobody did it. There was just truckers and people that just like,
oh yeah, couldn't be bothered.
Catch me,
yeah,
sue me, whatever.
Make me.
And I think it was like 2 or 3 years later, they were just like, forget it. The CB band is now free.
Just open.
Yep. And I think that they'll kind of go that route.
You think so? If nobody does it, you think they'll just eventually leave us alone?
Well,
because I think the reason they're doing it now is because there's a financial interest from larger companies to kind of lock up the airspace so they can use it.
Well, that's
just a hunch. I don't know for sure, but
and that's one of the reasons that makes me think that it's not going to last, because I might be wrong. I'm a curmudgeon, but but I think that drone delivery is not. I don't think it's going to be as easy and as cost effective as they think.
Okay, so you think they're going to run into problems there before it ever trickles down into the remote ID stuff? Or are you just saying like just in general, it's just not going to work out the way they think it is?
I just think that it's the safety hazard for carrying a package that's big enough, even your Subway order, a 6-inch sub.
Mm-hmm.
A drone to carry that's going to have to be pretty good size. And
drop that from the right height, kill a man.
Yep. I mean, go right through the window.
I don't think you can actually kill somebody with a Subway sub, but yeah, maybe if the drone fell.
But you think we know enough about drones to carry a sub, a can of soda, and a bag of chips. What? At least a 7-inch quad?
You could load that up on a 5-inch quad. I've carried some dumb shit on a 5-inch quad.
That's all right, man. Just be yourself.
That I shouldn't have, for sure. I've attached way more weight to a 5-inch quad than I rightfully should have. It might not be the most efficient way to do it with a freestyle quad, but I'm sure they could, add some propellers here, subtract a little weight there. I'm sure they could make it work.
So with maybe. That, I mean, at least, if you're going to travel a distance, at least a 200-gram battery, you'd say?
Yeah, they're going to be using that alien tech battery stuff that we don't have access to yet, though. That's what they're going to be using.
That's the part we skipped on that Elon.
Yep.
The Simpsons video. That's what it was.
That's right.
I don't know. Of course, wings. We for many years we were dropping all kinds of stuff, water balloons, things like that from wings. So I guess a quad transitioning into a wing may be the way to go. I just don't think it's going to be cost effective. When
it might not be. Yeah, it might not be. I mean, I guess it depends on if they're taking all of the delivery trucks off the road eventually and replacing it with drones. Would it be cheaper to recharge batteries, or would it be cheaper to fuel the trucks? Or would it be easier to pay a whole bunch of people to drive trucks around, or would it be cheaper to pay a dude to just sit and fly, a drone, or just program it, just have GPS?
I think be all autonomous. That's.
I imagine they're going to have somebody watching them, like hanging out, like a spotter or something on a control somewhere. Maybe it'll go autonomous, for the flight, but I feel like you got to have somebody just in case things get hairy to be able to take over the controls. Don't delivery robots get robbed now in places where they have like the roller robots, like the little Uber robots or whatever they're called? They deliver your food. I'm pretty sure people just mess with those just because people suck and they want to mess with nice things. So
yeah,
but I'm pretty sure I've seen videos of people knocking those things over and like stealing the stuff out of them.
I can see people, especially in this part of the country here, if Amazon starts delivering via drone, they're going to be like, it's duck hunting
I was
season.
gonna say, yeah, it's duck season.
Boom!
Get them.
Oh, painties again. It's another broad painty. I don't know. I don't know. But I do think that it is about money more than it is about the airspace. And if I do,
yeah, it's capitalizing on the airspace. There's a lot of money in the air, and it's getting easier to access it. As far as like, it's getting easier to autonomously send things through the air for cheap or cheaper. It's getting cheaper. So eventually, yeah, I'm sure it's going to go that way.
Well, now one that I thought was much more feasible than putting the airplane / drone thing on top of a Wendy's and just launching your cheeseburger, 10 miles to you, was I don't know if you saw the videos of it. It was like a concept thing of the Amazon blimp. It was like a big Goodyear blimp, and it was like a mini warehouse, and the drones would fly as this thing. It had a route for the day that it would fly out 20-30 miles from the hub, and it had all the packages like a cargo, like a truck would have.
Yeah.
And the drones would just go up to it and pick up this, and it would be over your house. And
that's wild.
Short trips. Yeah.
I think somebody sent a video of it when I was on stream one night and I watched it. I know I've seen it before, but there's two concepts I've seen, one of which is already working and they've been using in some, I think it's in some African place somewhere where they don't have access to medicine. They launch these real quiet planes with medical supplies on them. And those are sick. And they just like made those out like, where they don't have access to half the shit we got. And then the other one was there was a company that it was like I'm pretty sure it was a drone of some kind, but it would like stay up in the air and kind of taxi. And it looked like a big bread box. And it like the bread box opened up and it dropped this thing down. And the thing, it was like a little whatever, like hook. And you could like hook the bag onto and it would pull it back up. But that way the drone actually didn't come down. It would stay up in the air and drop like a little thing down.
Wasn't it that Mark Grober guy that did it?
It may have been. I think you're right. Yeah, I think he did a video where he went to the African place too and like saw the drones flying. I feel like it was a Mark Rober. It could have been somebody different. It doesn't matter who the host was. It was wicked. The planes were sick. They launched them out of these huge slingshots.
I got it for you. I hope I'm gonna turn the audio off so I don't get kind of
just reverse the video on it too. Mirror the video.
Copyright. No. Play the video. I'll figure this out in a minute, guys.
You take your time, buddy. In the meantime, what's up, chat? How you guys doing? What the frig? It's so quiet over here. I can hear myself think. It's weird.
He's like, I'm not used to it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Snowblower.
Thank you. I feel right at home now.
What?
I have to hear you doing your intro randomly every now and then when people get your slap.
Right. So what's the here's this video. What's the concept of the slap? What's that?
Okay, so that's actually I'm glad you asked. That's why I meant to bring that up. You mentioned you wanted to hook up the gambling channel points thing in yours. So the reason that the gambling thing exists is because of the slaps. So what I was going to say is if you do end up creating like the economy, the stream economy thing that I did, you just have to have something that you spend the points on, like something that why are they gambling? Like what's the point of holding on to all the points? So yeah, with the slaps that I did, it's a random draw. They all have different rarities. So like some pop up frequently, some pop up like very, very, very rarely. And like the real rare ones are ultra slaps. So like a different sound plays and then like a sound bite matches. But you know what slaps are, like stickers and all that.
Yeah.
But I just do them as like they're custom ones, like they're custom slaps for the community. So like you have a slap
Mhm.
where like it pops up and it says like, "Hey YouTube, Fat Pastor here," and then the Nick Burns one says like very robust stickers, and XJet has one. But then there's other random ones. There's like a Bing Chilling John Cena one, if you've ever seen
Mm.
that.
Okay.
When he
Yeah, I think so.
accidentally he made the grave mistake of saying that Taiwan was a country, and China got all mad at him, and he had to make his apology video. Have you ever seen that? He's like all awkward. It looks like a hostage video. He's like in the back of an SUV.
All right.
and he's got a tuxedo on. And he's like holding ice cream. He's like, "Oh, Bing Chilling," and he keeps saying Bing Chilling. It's very funny. But yeah, and then
Wow.
like any movies that we watch for the members movie night, if there's like a funny character in the movie, I'll add a slap for them. But yeah, it's just a chance for a stream to interact basically with like the soundboard that I use, kind of.
Mhm.
So like they spend a little bit of their points that they gain from gambling, and then they can play like the image will pop up. Sometimes you get a rare one, so it's like a little exciting because you get like the ultra rare ones. So yeah, that's what slaps are though. That's all they are.
I was thinking about doing it because I'll do giveaways every now and then, and I'll do one here in a little bit if I can get it to work. I don't know if all of that's going to work with it, but I'll give away a sticker pack here in a little bit if I can get it to work. But what I was thinking was there is just set it up where people earn the points, and so many points you can get extra entries. You buy extra tickets.
Extra tickets into it. Okay.
So
You
the
will
more
get somebody who corners the market. Just to warn you.
Yeah.
Since I could pull up the loyalty rewards now, and I could tell you who's in the lead. But off the top of my head, I know one of them has like tens of millions of points.
Really?
All he does is just gamble the whole stream, and he's just doubling up, doubling up, doubling up.
Yeah.
A bunch of people are into like the multiple millions of dollars.
Right.
So that could become an issue. You got to work out how you balance the economy of how it works. So you got to make it pay out like very little. And then there's a trickle point system that you can set up. So if they're watching your stream and typing in chat, it'll also give them some points.
Right.
Or they accrue points faster that way. But yeah, just as long as you figure out what they can spend them on, if it's worth it, it should work out fine. It's fun.
Right. Well, Bitterroot says he says I have 50 million.
When
I jumped on your stream the other night, and I mean I just got there, and 8-bit was like 8-bit duels pastor, and I was like,
oh yeah, it's a new thing we're trying out.
Exclamation point accept. I was like, okay, accept. I don't know what it's going to do. And it's like you don't have enough money. And I was like,
we're trying out the dueling thing.
Yeah. It's like
I don't know how that works yet, but
gives Pastor 1 million points, and I was like,
okay. He gave you money just to fight you for it and take it back.
That's it. Yeah,
take this $5, and he beats you up. Give it back.
That's it. Now I'm gonna rob you. I give you $5 so I can rob you of $5. So yeah, I think
Market Zero currently has 166 million humble bucks in my stream.
Wow.
So yeah, you got to make sure you balance it right, because mine obviously is not balanced right, or it wasn't at one point. It's better balanced now, but I didn't like delete everybody's points, so some people got real far ahead.
But in order to do that, he is commenting.
He's talking. He's typing in the stream, watching. He has the highest watch hours as well on the stream. I think he's got like 40 hours for the month, which is insane.
So you could figure it out after it works and act like. Make a ridiculously high, like 50 million, and you get a Infinity Loops or a PhatPastor sticker.
Exactly.
Just for free, because to get that, you have been on here
interacting with the stream for like a long time.
Right.
So yeah. You could definitely have it be a real world thing. Just make sure you have everything balanced. That's all. As long as you have everything balanced, you're good.
One of the things that I don't know, I'm trying to get Jesse, trying to work out. Jesse and P and I have been talking for a while about him coming on the show, even before the baby was born, and now with the baby, and it might end up being a daytime show, since I had to work that out with Lee that way. But like this here, from my understanding, your Infinity Loops, this particular design was just for FPV outreach, correct?
it released to FPV Outreach first. Yeah, it was like an FPV Outreach exclusive, and then we let out shirts after it was released
Right.
through FPV Outreach.
Right. And so I was thinking that some of these stickers that are hard to come by that I get from FPV Outreach, I'm running out of place to put stickers. I don't want to really load up my better gun case with all of the stickers.
Yeah.
And so
honestly, it's too much for the background. I think I actually dislike my garage backdrop now that I have in all my videos. I don't like it. It's really hard to edit around when I want to like add a floating image next to my head of something. It kind of like blends into all the stickers. It like gets lost, and like all the chaos behind me. So having like a super busy background, as I sit here in front of this circus I'm in front of, but yeah, it's definitely not conducive to like a viewer. If your viewers watching it gets a little jumbled there. It's also a pain in the butt to try to get a good thumbnail taken out there, because when you're trying to get a good picture for a thumbnail, it looks so busy on the screen, and then you shrink it down to how it's going to look on YouTube, and it's like just this little tiny square of all these little dots of color.
Well, and one of the things that I'm running into without buying something like a $200, $300, $400 camera is you notice the
autos or the autofocus,
the auto focusing in and out, and it.
Are you getting that when you record videos, or are you talking about when you're streaming?
Well, actually, on this particular camera, I like this. I'm just sitting and thinking when I was setting it back up today, because I moved it all around when Painless come on. I was just sitting and thinking I'm gonna replace this camera because it does that.
Well, you can also turn the autofocus off.
Yeah, but I threw away all of the software and stuff for it.
No. What is it, a Logitech?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't have my bifocals on, so I can't read them.
Yeah, I actually just before I jumped on your stream, I had to go to Logitech's website and re-download their software. It's a really generic software though. They have like one software on their website. It's free, and it covers almost all their cameras. So I have a super old camera I'm using right now, an old Logitech, just because I'm not going to hook up my other camera. But yeah, you just go to their website. It's just on Logitech's website. They have the firmware there. And once you open the firmware, like that's why the color is like it's a little richer looking on my end. I just tinkered with the settings while I was sitting here waiting for you to put me back on. So yeah, just get the Logitech thing. You can do all that from there. I'll show you how to do it. It's real easy. But you can turn off that autofocus. You just get it to where you want it, to where you're in focus, and then just turn it off. Unless you need it. If you're showing off products and stuff, it's better to have it.
Well, I mean, I've got the bench cam.
That's
which it's pretty good. I actually like this camera better, but when I put it up here, it's too widescreen. It makes me look like a little child if I get everything in it. And
and you don't use OBS to stream, so you can't even adjust your camera output.
I don't. No, and this one I have it. Reason why, because I've got a little remote that I can do my zooming.
Very fancy.
It actually looks like a $50 camera. It's not very fancy, but
I don't have a remote for my camera. Just saying. It's fancy in my eyes. Hey, Pastor, have you heard about Whoop University?
I have.
I want to put us back on the topic of FPV. I'm sorry.
Yes, I have, and I was going to ask you about it. I actually have a.
Well, we can talk about it whenever you want.
Let's talk about it now. Let me show this video real quick so I can get it off of the.
Please do. Yeah, I want to see this thing.
And I'm clicking on my. I just muted it. Yeah, see, that's the concept. The thing flies by, all of the scary little drones that's going to saw your face off. They're dropping out with the packages and.
It's so creepy, man. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be anywhere. It's just, I don't know. I don't like it. It's weird enough seeing the giant Amazon logo all over the street now, but seeing it floating in the sky is going to be really weird.
I think that the concept of that could work, and that I think could work, especially out like where I'm at. You know, I'm
Yeah.
out in the country and all of that.
True. Yeah.
Hindenburg, yeah, until it goes down in flames on an elementary school or something. Yeah, but you were talking about Whoop University. Is that right?
Yes. Yes. It's coming soon. We were
I'm
just
inter-
filming yesterday for it. It's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very challenging. It's not going to be like iGal. There's no baby
Right.
steps here.
Right.
The first challenge is a challenge.
Yeah.
It's not really assignments as much as it is actual challenges.
Yeah.
But the idea here is we're removing the competition part
Mhm.
out of iGal, basically. So you take
Right.
the competition out of iGal. So you're not competing against anybody. There is no first place. The idea is that if you can complete the challenges that we're going to lay out, we're laying out 6 for the first season, first semester, we're calling it.
Mhm.
So for the first semester, you got 6 challenges that'll get laid out, and you have as much time as you need to do all 6 challenges. You can do them, whatever. We're going to let out one challenge, then 2 weeks will go by, another challenge will come out, 2 weeks will go by, another challenge. Doesn't mean you got to do them every 2 weeks though. You could take 6 months to get all 6 of them done. So really, there is no. We're taking the time constraints out of iGal as well. Like that's another thing that people have a hard time
that
with
limits
is
me.
time.
I would love to do it, but
it's crazy. It's crazy on your personal time. It's nuts. Anybody that's done iGal can tell you that it's wild how much time it takes out of your day. Just if you're not repairing for hours a day from the day prior when you beat up all your equipment, like you're spending hours just trying to nail tricks, and it's too much. So, anyways, we're removing the competition part. We're removing the time crunch part. You're still going to have to fly a lot because it's still going to be a challenge that we're giving you. You're not going to be able to just do it in one pack. Well, ideally, you're not going to be able to do it in one pack. So at the end of this, we don't have any sponsors or anything. Obviously, we're not accepting any sponsors currently. This is a closed program that we're going to be doing. This first one's closed to it's not going to be a public thing. It'll be open to members and it'll be open to patrons. And the only reason we're doing that is because it is the closest to like a closed group that we already have. It already exists. So
it's a good way to pull your membership in.
Well, yeah, that too. We really don't want a whole lot of people to join the first season. Like sure, it'd be great, but I don't want to do that for the first. I want the first season to be like a test group. You know what I mean? Like I want it to be a small sample size, and then eventually we'll open it up to the public, and it'll be free, and you can just join it.
Now, I listened the other night. I was, I lurk a lot. A lot of you guys may not realize it. If I'm riding in a car, I do a lot of driving back and forth, and sitting in the office working on things, and I'll put one of your streams on. And I was actually live the other night when you were talking about it. Now, what did you call it? There were, after you complete it, you'll get did you say it was a pug or something like
Pogs.
that?
Pogs. Yeah. Do you remember Pogs?
I don't even know what a pog is.
Okay.
I may have. It might have been gone in the head injury. But
it was around the 90s. They were real popular. Pogs were these little cardboard discs, little cardboard coins, and they had different things on them. Big popular ones were like yin yang. They had like
OG, POOG,
POG, yeah, POGS.
I'll Google
PAWGS. Look that up, Pastor. Look up Pogs.
I better be careful. Do I need to share my screen? All my
no, not if you're looking at PAWGs. You look that up on your own time. POGs. POGs. You can look up now and share your screen. You'll be fine.
Oh yes. I remember these. Okay. Yeah, because there's probably people that like I was when I was watching your stream. That was like, what is a pod? So it's loading, and you can also share your screen, I believe, if you.
There you go. All right, so you're kind of looking at a smattering of things here. You have some slammers up in the top there, which I'll get to. And then you have pogs that are like those big piles you see in the lower part of your screen. So anyways, I found a company that makes custom pogs. So I have contacted this company, and I have a sheet. It's a cardboard sheet that you'll get, and the cardboard backing, like you get in a toy store, the cardboard backing has like Galaxy print on it, says Infinity Loops, or it says Whoop University brought to you by Infinity Loops, blah, blah, blah. But then it also has all 6 of the challenges that you do to complete the semester. Each pog, the picture on that pog, I designed, and each picture has something to do with the challenge you completed that challenge, like whatever that challenge was. So when you complete all 6 of the challenges, you send me your address. I send you the pogs.
Oh, so it's kind of like a challenge.
Yes.
Coin
Yes.
thing,
Limited edition.
Right.
Limited edition. There's only a limited run of these for this first semester, the first season we're doing. There's only going to be a limited run, so I'm not sure exactly how many I'm going to end up with, but yeah, we'll have a whole bunch of them, a whole bunch of sets of these.
For me, when I was listening the other night, because I am about the community, but I just work more than full time. I mean, there's many times that just to do a Thursday night stream, people are like, hey, and if you recall when the first time that I was scheduled to come on for behind the scene or whatever in the loop, that an emergency had come up, and and I was away from where I could call. I was going to call and let you know. But that kind of stuff happens. That kind of stuff happens with me. But I like the idea with this that I don't have to get it in this week.
Exactly.
I don't even got to get it in this month. I can work on this thing all month long, and if it takes me 6 months to do all 6 levels, then that's a way that I can.
So be it. That's how long it takes.
Because when I grow up, I want to be able to fly like you.
So some more,
without putting the time in.
Yeah. Where's the shortcut at?
Right.
So without getting too into the weeds on the details, there are new details that have come out that I will share for the first time ever. I'll share now that I haven't told anybody about yet. But there is more to this that I haven't talked about. Firstly, like you were just saying, the timing of them, how they come out, you can really complete them whenever you want. So the way we're doing this is there's going to be an additional challenge within the challenge, and these are more for the competitive type. So there's a little bit of a challenge here, but it's an optional. You don't have to do this part. It's not the main bit. But what we're thinking is, and I haven't nailed this down yet, so this is kind of a half idea. So just bear with me. I want to have custom brass coins made. Slammers is what they used to call them. That's how you play pogs, is you use the big heavy coin and you would hit the cardboard ones and try to flip them over. Whichever ones you flipped over, you won. So I want to get exactly. Yeah. Pogs was like a game. It was like a kind of like a kid's gambling game almost, where you had your pogs, you stack them up with your friend, whoever you were playing, like equal amount. And then you try to flip theirs. They try to flip yours. You keep however many you flip. But yeah, a lot of friendships ruined over it. A lot of pre-gambling started. So
like marbles back in the day, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. So the idea that we had was we're going to let out the first challenge, and then we'll give a 2-week buffer, and then the second challenge will roll out, and then a 2-week buffer, third challenge, till we get to the 6th. So it'll be a challenge 2 weeks, challenge 2 weeks, and then when the sixth challenge is released, a 2-week timer is going to start, and we'll keep that posted. I'll get to that part too, but a 2-week timer will start. If you complete all 6 challenges in that 2-week time period, we're going to put your name into a pool of everybody else who is able to do it, and then we're going to pick out of the 6 challenges which person's video submission we liked the best for each challenge, and we'll have 6 custom coins made, and those people will get a chance to win those. So it'll be kind of like, if you put in a little extra effort, you get the chance to win something a little extra cool. But again, I got to figure out how much all that's going to cost. So I'm working on that.
For all of you exclamation pointers there, I am giving away a sticker pack.
Oh, there you go.
it's just going to be FPV stickers. There'll be my stickers in there too. You're probably at least going to, with this giveaway, you're at least going to get 5, maybe as much as 10 FPV. And it's not going to be just the RDQ that everybody's got. Nothing wrong with the RDQ stickers, but these will be good. So you enter exclamation point stickers, and going to run for 5 minutes, and then we'll give them away.
When are you mailing these out?
The stickers?
Yeah.
Usually it's probably Monday.
Okay, I was gonna say if I can, I'll send you some of ours and you can add it into the giveaway. If you want to wait another day or two, I'll put them in the mail tomorrow.
Okay, all right, that'll work.
I'll slap some of our new Infinity Loops ones into the giveaway tonight.
All right, then that'll work. So you're going to have some Infinity Loop stickers in there with it,
and a magnet.
So, and a magnet, maybe a couple of magnets.
Oh, you got magnets too?
Oh yeah.
I
thought I sent you magnets. Did I not send you magnets?
No, I meant to the giveaway. I have your magnet right here, brother.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you're up there. You're with all the important people.
That's what I thought. I mean, and hearing that's a more prestigious place of honor than in the garage, makes me feel even better.
You want to know why it is? Because people can actually see it down here.
Right.
Upstairs, man, it gets lost in the sauce with all those other stickers on that wall. Especially like you were saying earlier, after the FPV outreach thing, man. Every time one of those golden envelopes is in my mailbox, I'm like, crap, where am I going to put all these stickers?
Yeah,
I have so many stickers.
I'm gonna start throwing them. I'm gonna start throwing them in there with other things. Did I, by any chance, give you one of these?
Is that a window sticker?
That is vinyl.
No,
it doesn't have anything with PhatPastor. It's just peeing on remote ID.
I haven't. No, I haven't gotten that one.
Well,
I didn't even know you had that.
I will get you one out there with that, and I'll throw in one of these in the sticker pack. So this will be part of the sticker pack here.
This sticker pack
I don't have a whole lot of
wild.
Ken Herron, I give him 2 of them, and he was putting them all over that police car that he's got. So that man, he ain't right.
We have a Ken Herron slap now on my stream of him destroying a drone by hand, just smashing it on a counter. It's pretty funny.
Oh yes, the little one that looked like a peel that opens up.
Yes, yep, yeah, the one.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, Ken, I like Ken because, like me, he's broken, and he's broken, and we got 1 minute 18 seconds. Go ahead and get your get them in stickers in there. Get
your tickets.
Get your tickets. That's it. Get your tickets. Get your tickets.
See, yeah, you got to. You know what you got to get is a little clip. You love your little clips. You got to get a clip of one of those circus guys going, step right up, like the get your tickets.
See the bearded lady.
Yeah, I like the get your tickets though. That's good for a little raffle action.
Yeah. I've got so. I mean, I was looking through Streamlabs the other day, and there's so much that I could do if I had the time. I just don't.
That was my mistake getting into that, because I was like, I got the time, and then I realized I was like, I don't got the time. When after like one day working on it, I was like, I definitely don't have the time for all this. But I had already started it, so I was like, well,
yeah,
it's too late now. I already pulled the trigger. I guess I got to roll with it. So I went from making like 5 slaps the first day that I did it, which making 5 slaps, you got to hunt down videos, you got to hunt down pictures, sound clips, you got to hunt down all this stuff. That's really the hard part. And then I made a template, so it's easy to like drop them into the editor and all that. But then once you do all that, you gotta upload them to Streamlabs. They're 2 separate files, audio and video. Got to sync them up. It's a big pain in the ass.
Yeah,
it's worth it. It's cool, but man, it's a lot of time.
Now, see, I was looking the other day at the Streamlabs. Do you use Streamlabs Studios, right, or OBS Studios?
I use OBS Studio, right,
through Streamlabs, right?
Not the one that's got Streamlabs baked in. No, I use the regular OBS Studio desktop, the regular software, and then I run Streamlabs and Stream Elements for 2 different things through the stream.
Right. And I heard you say the other day when you was talking about your slaps. Do you have to have Ultra to do that, or?
No. You don't. You just need to be careful about the slaps that you upload. Just be careful about the size of them. They give you a gig of space for free, and I've uploaded like 50 slaps already, and it's not even halfway.
Wow.
I just made all of them really, really small files, like really short, small video files, because they play tiny on the screen anyways.
Right.
And yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I might have to get with you. Might have to get with you one day and
I'll walk you through it the best I can. I'm still kind of a novice at it and learning it, but I'll help you.
You can learn me something that day.
I will. I'll learn you something.
Well, let me share my screen. The raffle is closed, and we're going on. I can share a screen, which I understand, like a Stream Deck. All of this multiple button presses that I'm doing for going into share a screen can be programmed into one button type thing.
It can be. I'm not sure how well it'll work with StreamYard. If you're using OBS, it has options built in, like designed for OBS. So like if you open OBS and your Elgato at the same time, the Stream Deck, it'll sync up and everything works together.
All right. Well, here we are, guys. We've got just 11 of you out of 30 was all that put your name in there.
Dang, that's it?
That's
Nobody
it.
else wants some stickers?
Nobody else wants a big sticker pack. A lot of them, a lot of the guys here has already got most of my stickers because they've won several times. Wow, that's kicking out. I mean,
oh yeah, I do get random clips just sent to me all the time too, just DM'd from like everybody. I have certain people that just DM me like certain clips of certain content creators from all over. That's also very helpful.
Right. Yeah. I was actually talking to Lee in the green room before he come on, and he did mention something about my interview with you about drone camps. He laughed. He thought it was funny. So
I think
John Connor,
funny too.
John Connor is the winner.
Hey, all right, big ups, dude.
A new member. He just joined today.
Gotcha.
You guys saw that? Oh, yeah.
I got you covered, buddy.
Yeah, I've got one baked in here. Let me see what it sounds like.
Hey, classic.
Should probably use those more often. So that's too long. Stop. It's just stickers. Don't clap that long. Congratulations, John. And again, thank you for joining the channel and everything. And I will hold off on that. What you? Well,
I was going to say, instead of waiting, I'll just send these. I already got John's address. I've sent. He's won stuff over on my channel before, so I'll just send it directly to him.
Okay.
Save you on the waiting.
Message me right up here, phatpastorfpv@gmail.com, and I will get you out a sticker pack that you will hopefully enjoy.
Oh, he'll enjoy.
Yeah.
He won a giant banana on my channel.
Really?
Yeah.
Banana.
He is a top banana over there on the Infinity Loops channel.
Does that make you feel at home? Banana. Snowblower. It's first time I watched that when I was like, man, that's hilarious.
Yeah. It's a little aggressive to get used to, at first, but.
And the first time you come on, you was like, hey, you need to get Robot Lady, and I was trying, and it was like echo, and I was, I'm sorry, man, I can't do it.
Yeah, I haven't successfly gone onto someone else's stream and had them use Robot Lady yet. You're the only one who's like actually gone through the effort of trying, though. Other people are like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, whatever.
I'll work on it some more. Because
I'll have to help you with that one too. I'm not sure how it would work with StreamYards. I'm not sure how their stuff works.
Well, this is Streamlabs. I don't use StreamYard anymore. This is
Studio. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we are on Streamlab. I'm not even paying attention to what website I'm on.
Yeah. I don't use StreamYard anymore. This I get more for literally half the price. So it's like $9 a month.
Oh, you got to pay for this?
Yes. Yep, you do. And it's what it is it makes having guests so much. I don't have to do the Zoom or the Discord thing or whatever.
Right, yeah.
As you've seen it come. Well, but when I came onto your channel, I just went on to your Discord and clicked that link, and I was there.
Yeah, yeah. You can set it up to be easier and free. It's a little more work though. It's a little more legwork because they're basically you're paying them to do all that legwork for you with this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you ever want to make the switch, let me know. It's overwhelming. Like thinking about making that switch. Like right now, I have to reformat my main PC, and because I do all my editing on this too. So there's so much stuff on this hard drive I have to back up before I swipe it all or wipe it all down and start over. So I've just been dreading it. But yeah, if you ever want help, don't feel
I might hit you up on it and get like Robot Butler or something, make it sound like Jarvis or something from Iron Man or something. With a different. That was actually something that Lee asked me, and I didn't get a chance to answer him on the stream. I did Siri, and my Siri voice is a man's voice, and of course he asked me about it again after the stream. And I don't remember who it was. I think it was Philip Blaster, one of my buddies or something. Like, gay, you got a man's voice. When I had my head injury, Siri, the voice of Siri, aggravated. I would throw my phone across the room. I'd get so mad at it because her voice was just annoying to me. And a friend of mine told me, he said, why don't you get like a deeper voice, like a man's voice, and maybe like English or some kind of other. So I went with like an Australian accent and a man's voice, and it helped. I wasn't getting it mad,
Good.
I don't. That makes me whatever I am.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just a shrill female voice that I dislike.
You're right, right, and it's like the lady at the airport.
Yeah.
That's a prerequisite. If you're going to be on the loudspeaker in any terminal, you got to have the most annoying voice in the world, or that's part of the training. Where's loading flag? Oh my gosh! Somebody shut her up, please. So that's but I've looked at doing some I forget what it's called, some Mac based streaming things. I've looked at doing those, but I like being able to just call the ease of getting people onto the show.
Yeah, for sure. No, I can definitely appreciate that. Yeah. That's one of the more complicated parts besides scheduling is usually just getting them connected into something that works. That's reliable.
And seeing this, it's 5 clicks. What it's supposed to 5-click process for me to schedule of course, I've got to make the thumbnail, which more than that, but I just go into it and say schedule it, and it pops it up. So it's all pretty easy, and getting a guest on here is really easy for them. So that's kind of why I went to it. Yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
It was like $25. That was a lot.
Whoa!
And limited you to 720p and
jeez,
all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
trash. You know who I think does streaming on a Mac? You might actually be able to get verification from chat. I'm pretty sure Ciavi streams on a Mac.
I think he does. I've talked with Ian Madstech on he might have been on Painless's Patreon stream, and he was telling me he's thinking about going to a Mac. He said because OBS, every time this computer updates, it changes its settings or whatever. So
does it really?
Yeah, he was saying he's had a horrible time with it. So
jeez. I started using OBS in I think 2014. I want to say 2012, somewhere around there. I've been streaming for a long time. But OBS used to just be OBS. It didn't used to be called OBS Studio. And I remember switching from OBS to OBS Studio, and it was like every time Windows got an update or OBS updated, you lost everything. It was so annoying. I reset my stream several times.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sounds like they got it pretty streamlined for you over here.
Yeah, it's just it was working a lot better with all of the animations, like when someone subscribes to the channel and all that, and
Yeah,
evidently Chrome has done something. And
must
I
have.
could have run it in Safari, but I already set everything up in Chrome, and now even with it being browser based, I'd have to reset a bunch of stuff up. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It said, how long has you been FPVing, Hid?
I started flying the last week of 2019, like the last 2 days after Christmas of 2019.
Right.
Yeah.
And you try to fly just about every day.
I do fly
right?
every day. Yeah, I haven't missed a day since I started flying.
Wow.
At least I'm pretty sure I haven't missed a day. I'd
Yeah.
feel really weird if I missed a day. I feel like I remember that.
I do good to get a flight in a week.
That's it? A flight a week?
Well, now when I do fly, I'll fly 15, 20, 50, 100 packs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When I do fly, but
go out for like a nice session.
Yeah, I'll sit out in the front yard and just fly stuff or whatever. And I really like hosting whoop races. And I don't know if I've talked to you about this. I don't know if I've ever showed you. I do the something that's really, I don't know if you can see it very good. It's the FPV Pocket Pro-Am. I don't know if you remember back in the day the RC Pro-Am from Nintendo, 8-bit.
No, I don't.
Well, it was just a game where you were basically radio control race cars on this track, and the object of the game was to finish the set amount of laps first.
Yeah.
Knocking your buddies off the track. You could get oil slicks, you could get rockets on them. And of course, we don't have all of that, but the little SNT cars, I have them here in front of me. But the little diatone FPV cars.
Yeah. I got my son one for Christmas.
I set up. Let me see. I set up a track in the church, and we do it in between heats of whoop races, where here's a short. Oh wait, got to share my screen. I call it FPV Pocket Pro-Am because Pro-Am was the name of that game, and it's a real good way to get. See if I can show you the thing because it won't play the video. Here's just 3 fold-out Walmart tables in the hallway,
Okay.
and these guardrails you can buy them all on. Links are in the description on Amazon, affiliate links. But
oh, hey, very nice.
There, and over here is the
cool.
FPV.
Man, that looks awesome in the first person.
Yeah, and it's actually really fun, and it's a good way to get young people.
Oh, it cuts your mic off when you hit play.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
All right.
Oh yeah, that looks like a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, and we just, how we'll do it is the first person to finish 5 laps wins. We put obstacles sometimes out in the middle of the path, guardrails and things. And what makes it
like
fun,
Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's like that. I mean, I wish we could, if you had some way to
stuff at each other,
or drop something off, but what
that'd
you
be
can
cool.
do is you can pit maneuver.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Like the cops do. If you come up behind your buddy and you just bump them in the back quarter, their car will spin out and you'll go and right
so
on
funny.
past them. And
man, yeah, that looks like a ton of fun to do it on the track like that.
Yeah, it is fun, and we've got some younger. We got some twins that come. I think they're 11 now, and had a younger man. We actually had a Jeff Russell that was there in the in the in the chat,
Mhm.
he brought his children. He has several. I think he has 4 adopted children. One of them has high functioning autism,
Okay.
and he was able to the very first night FPV and finish
I was gonna say I wouldn't be
a
surprised if
lap.
he was just lapping you guys.
Yeah, well, his little brother was actually doing a little bit better than he was, but once he got the idea down, and you know some teaching someone how to fly a TinyWhoop. The twins, I've been teaching them for about probably about a year, and of course, you know, they're 11 years old. They're doing their own thing during the week.
Yeah.
Uh, they actually finished a lap in FPV, an FPV
Yeah.
TinyWhoop course for the first time. But they're in this, they love in this pocket program, and they're sitting there and they give me a run for the money.
Oh, I
You
bet,
know,
man.
because you know it
These
doesn't
kids, they
take a
just
whole lot
pick
of
up.
skill,
They pick up on this stuff so quick. I'm
right?
jealous.
And you know, and I like it, and it, it's a way to pull more people in, and
Yeah. Yeah.
the learning curve for that is so much less than flying.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for sure. My bad, to bounce back up. Double A, you were asking what I streamed prior. It mainly just like video game stuff. I was on Twitch, so I just like streaming. I've always been into video making and live streaming and all that.
I was so what kind of games were you into? Shooters or
Mainly shooters. Yeah, that was like my wheelhouse was Counter-Strike. I grew up playing it when I was in high school. I played Counter-Strike 1.6 and I got pretty decent. I got pretty good. I like sit in on teams and everything, like pro teams every now and then, or semi-pro teams, I guess. And then I stopped for a while, did the work thing in my early 20s, and then they came out with CS:GO, like a new version of it, and I started playing that religiously. But that's actually how I met OG. OG was playing Counter-Strike as well, and then we started playing on teams together. And you know, like chewing the fat when we would be playing. Yeah, bonded over video games though for years.
Yeah, I've actually got the Xbox. I like to.
Oh, okay.
I got pretty. I don't want to say I'm real into it, but Ghost Recon.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, yeah.
Wildlands.
I'm very familiar.
I got the gold exoskeleton. I mean, I did it all.
Yeah.
I did it all. If you get the gold exoskeleton, you do it
that's
all
what's
without
up, man.
dying.
Yeah,
So,
that's what's up, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, I didn't take you for a gamer, but it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I don't get to play as much as I used to anymore. My son likes playing games now. He's just starting on like big boy games. I started him on Nintendo. When he was born, I gave him a Super Boy, which is like a pocket Super Nintendo, a newer one, with like a nice LCD screen on it. And just gave him all the kids games I played when I was little. Like Super Mario All-Stars pretty much covers all the old Mario games I played, and I gave him Booger Man and Earthworm Jim and all the classics.
Oh yeah.
All the classics.
I you know, I was talking about that pocket program, and you know, it's meant to have some humor in there, so it's all right to laugh a little bit. But all of them, there's 5 cars, radios, cameras, everything.
Yeah.
Just in this case, and I took it. We had a deacons retreat with myself and the deacons, and 5 of us went. We set up in the Airbnb and put the little guardrails down, and they're racing each other in on the hardwood floor of the Airbnb. And
yeah, man, that's what I mean. You just pop them up anywhere and just set up a little course on the floor and let it rip. Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
Well, I like it. I don't want to keep you long, man. If you need to go or whatever, I can talk all night. So,
I'm hanging out. I'm good.
Right.
Here I'm good for at least another 30 minutes.
All right.
I do need to get back to editing eventually. This Whoop University stuff's got to get done.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. I don't know how good I'll be at it. You know,
I've somewhat leaked the first challenge, kind of a little bit.
Okay.
I'll tell you, it took OG and I
leak what you've already leaked. So
it took OG and I quite a few tries to get it. OG still hasn't even gotten the first challenge. He tried first, and I think 2 packs he couldn't get it. And I got it in my first pack, but man, it was hard. It's very hard. It's going to be teaching you things that you're not going to notice you're learning. So it's going to be like teaching you throttle control, but kind of like in a fun, challenging way, not just like fly low to the ground and try to hold altitude. It's more like, well, again, I don't want to give away too much about the first one, but
so basically, are you going to demonstrate it and put it up on your channel? This is what I want you to do.
Every challenge video is going to be, first off, significantly shorter than the iGal challenge videos. Those are way too long. So they'll be like 2 minutes to 3 minutes long. The instructional videos, the challenge videos, it'll be a little bit of like a fun skit. We're going to keep it light. So our normal memeing and doing our normal goofball stuff. But then we'll show you DVR of what it looks like doing it. If you need anything extra for it, which we're trying to keep that as low as possible. Everything is going to be done indoors on our end. We're not sure if we're going to set a rule where everything has to be done indoors, but I figure with winter coming for a lot of people, they'll probably want to do some things indoors. So we're trying to kind of plan future challenges for the next season as well to be able to be done indoors. But so far, every challenge this season can be done indoors. It can be. Whether you're going to be able to or not, that's up to you. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. Yeah. I hope.
Double A asked, he says, is Infinity Loops taking over iGal? I think Meow Gal already did, right?
Yeah, it did. No, we're definitely not taking over iGal. I want no parts of it.
Right.
A little
That's
behind the
a lot of work.
scenes. That's what I was going to say. A little behind the scenes for you. The beginning of this season, before the season started, Dan hit us up and asked if we wanted to help with the season, which we usually offer to sponsor a couple weeks and help judge and all that stuff. So he asked if I wanted to help do some videos too, challenge videos. I was like, no problem. I love doing that. So the first video he needed help with, he hits us up like the day before he needed it. I was like, hey, I need this tomorrow.
Wow.
Well, it's only going to be me in it because it takes me a month to get OG's ass down here. So I was like, I guess I'll do it. So I do it. I get it back to him. And then he asked he said, can you do the next video by yourself? Because normally I was sending him clips and then he would use my clips mixed in with him talking and put out the final video. But he was like, I'm going to be on vacation. So can you do the full video, start to finish, do the whole thing? And I was like, yeah, no problem. And then the next day, Callisto sends me a DM and he's like, hey, I heard you're doing the iGal stream. Do you want help? And I was like, whoa. Doing the iGal stream and doing a video for iGal are two very different animals.
Wow.
I am not doing the iGal stream. Hell no.
Right.
Luckily, it was a misunderstanding. But yeah, there was no way in hell I would ever want to do the iGal streams, man. Way too much work.
Well,
never.
I'm gonna kind of drop this. I was debating it. I think I'm going to do it. I'm gonna do something. I posted a link for the Discord from my Discord in the chat. I'm about to do it again. I don't want to call it a challenge, but I guess it'll be a contest. And I don't know whether I'm going to give away a tiny. I think I'm going to give away a TinyWhoop gift card or a Weebly FPV gift card. But what I got is I love to do races. I've went out and I've picked up 30 of these clear pool noodles.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you guys have seen what these look like when you run chasing LEDs, which are basically what's running behind head back there.
Yeah.
But what I'm wanting is the best idea of how to put this together in some type of tunnel. These together in some type of tunnel with LED lights in it. Will you post it on the it's be under the race talk. Be under the race talk on the Discord. You put it under there, just your ideas of what, because
I have
mean,
two
you-
ideas for you already if you want them.
All right.
The first one will probably be a little less stable, but I was going to suggest like a wire coat hanger, something rigid, bending it into the shape you want of your tunnel, and then stabbing it through each foam tube through the middle, so they kind of get spiked into it. Do one on each end, so that way is like one ring on each end to keep it in tunnel shape, and then you can run your LEDs through it, just crisscross zigzag. You know what I mean?
Right.
The other one was just find something in the size of the tunnel you want, like a ring, like a small hula hoop or whatever. Get like 2 or 3 of them. Same idea though. And just zip tie them onto that. Those are my ideas.
Well,
That's all I got.
What I was thinking was cutting it at like a 45 and taking toothpicks,
Okay.
sticking in around.
Oh, you want to build a gate out of it or a tunnel?
Well, my thought was I was going to build several square gates and make it like a triangle.
Oh, I see.
As you go down through it.
Yeah.
And they all have the LEDs.
Yeah, you can do that way then.
But I don't know.
Find the center point and slice it diagonal, and then spin your one end and connect them together and butt right up.
Hot glue them. I think it would hold.
Make sure the hot glue is not going to melt the foam. I don't know how well that'll hold up on that. Yeah.
Have to be low temperature. Yeah.
Because otherwise you just might end up with a ball of glue and the foam will melt off around it.
I just there was a big focus issue. I just saw these at the Dollar Tree, which that's not $1 anymore. I didn't know.
I know. False
it's
advertising.
$1.25, $1.50 tree now, right? But I bought like 20 of them, and I told my mother, "Go pick me up 10 more." And so I've got 30 of them, and if nothing else, I'll build some kind of gate outside with it, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you got a good idea with it of how it would work or whatever, post it there. We're already getting some people.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fly High says that the new 5-volt strips work great on a single 18650 battery. Perfect for gate lights.
Oh yeah.
Probably be cheaper than getting these too. These lights are like $80 a strand or something like that. They're super expensive.
They are expensive. Here, I want to show you guys something.
All right.
I got the these are making a mess.
That's all right. You're standing up. I thought we were seeing some PhatPastor ass for a second. I thought that's where you were standing up to show us.
Yeah, I'm not cracking anybody up. It's not my intention to be cracking anybody up tonight. I've got one that I was just testing to see what it looks like. So, where am I gonna plug it though?
Oh wow, yeah, $8 a meter. You can work with that.
Oh yeah,
that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's some quality. Is it? You talking about the LED stuff that he puts around?
Yeah, I'm assuming he knows exactly what they are. He's got a lot of info on it. Oh yeah, look at that.
So, and
yeah, that looked neat.
And these are not the even close one. I mean, they've got quite a bit of distance in between.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it looks neat though, even just as is.
Yeah, and that's just ran through there with really, and camera's not doing it any justice.
Oh yeah, of course it's blowing out like crazy on the camera, but I get the idea of it.
Yeah, and then I don't know, I like how it runs down, maybe like concentric, boom, 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 boom.
Right. Yeah.
That you go down through, or I don't know. That's why I'm asking other people.
I do that all the time.
Somewhat creative.
Ask people smarter than I.
Yes.
Get good
I'm
ideas
somewhat
from the
creative,
crowd.
but I've seen what some of you guys do when you're offered, an incentive, and even without it. I mean, I think people would post stuff up on it.
Yeah.
So,
you know what? Here, I can show you one more thing. I got one more thing I'm gonna drop on you about Whoop You, and then I'll stop. Do you have your Discord open?
I do.
All right, I'm going to send you a video.
Okay.
It's the intro to the intro.
Okay.
So it's a very short clip. But what I want you, I want to see if you can tell something. Hang on. I want to see if you can spot it.
Oh. Is this PhatPastor reacts with actually something that's not clickbait?
No, yeah. Yeah, this will actually be a react. Yeah. That's
Okay.
That's a good way to put it. Let me make sure I'm sending you the right file here. Hang on a second. Okay, I am. All right. It's sending to your Discord now, sir.
All right. I got it.
And if you want, you can share it, and I would turn the volume up so you can hear very well, because that's part of it.
Let me click. Hold up. Share my screen. Yeah, I need like a in my
You need a way to streamline all this.
right in my life that can be like coming and setting up all my stuff. When you push this button over here, or uncle or whatever.
I offered to be a producer for when OG streams on his side. I'll
Really?
run the stream. Yeah, because he always leaves his camera on full screen on his full face while he's flying around the basement, not paying attention. Okay, so anyways,
I might have to talk to you sometime and bribe you or pay you or something to come on and set some things up for me that
you don't need to pay me anything.
I'm like an Apple guy. I want to open it out of the box and use it.
Yeah.
And because I don't have a whole lot of time to be, I am a creative guy.
Yeah.
I just don't have a whole lot of time to do it.
Right. You don't have a whole lot of time to be creative.
Right. I mean.
All right. So yeah, this is only 15 seconds, just an intro to an intro, but I want to get your opinion on it.
Okay.
Oh, we don't have any sound on stream?
You don't have any sound?
Mm-mm. I mean, I don't hear it. I don't know if they can hear it on stream or not, but I don't hear it.
And I probably didn't share it. Let me do it. Right. Let's do it the correct way this time, Pastor. Share audio. Share the audio. Share the tab. It's not a tab. Oh, it's Discord. There we go. All right, that's my brain fart.
No problem.
Brain fart, guys. Now, let's rewind it so everybody can hear it.
Hello, and welcome to Whoop University. Here at Whoop University, we're not looking to train new pilots, we're looking to create better pilots.
All right, now I have a question. Could you tell how the camera got into his hand? Run it back, just the first couple seconds there. Can you tell how the camera got into his hand?
Well, I was thinking that it didn't look like a quad.
But go back and look. Go back and look at the beginning and look at the bottom of your screen.
Back it up. I see something black there in his hand.
Yeah, that's a Mob 8 HD0 that he's holding.
Oh, okay.
But how did it get down to him?
But you can see the ducts on either side there. So let me just play through it again.
University, we're not looking to train new pilots, we're looking to create better pilots.
Did you stop the frame?
No, I flew it.
You actually flew it.
I'm flying there. The audio you're hearing is not the audio that was recorded in the video. The audio, so we did one take where he walked down the steps and I filmed him with the whoop, landed in his hand.
Right.
Then I pulled the audio out completely. There's no audio in that clip. Then he did the exact same scene again, with a lapel mic on, recording his audio. Only there's no whoop flying that time. It's just him walking down the steps doing the same line. And then I matched the audio up in editing to sync it all up so it looks like he's talking, but you don't hear any whoop sounds at all. But no, that's actually me flying. In the outtakes, you'll be able to see like this actual shot from another angle, and be able to see the whoop flying behind him. But yeah, that's why he turns away when he's walking down the steps, and he like says one line where he's like waving his finger, because we didn't want to show his mouth for all of it because it'd be too hard to sync up that many lines of audio. So instead, I try to have him like minimize it. So like he's really enunciated on the welcoming, so it's super easy to sync up his lips into the words.
Right.
And then the last one to really sync up was the very last shot where it drops into his palm.
And he makes a very convincing nerd.
Yeah, he does, right?
Yeah, he tells it really good. My first thought was that you were just like holding the quad.
See, I sent this to Eve this morning, and he goes, he said something about like that. He was like, "Oh, it was a cool shot." And I was like, "But how did I get it into his hand?" And he was like, "You just handed it to him." And I was like, "Nah, I'm flying the whole time."
Well, the thing that I was looking at is, I think you would see you in his glasses.
You'd probably see, when he turned around, you'd probably see me there. I'm sitting in the garage though, and that's why I'm getting breakup when I'm going down the steps. I'm in the garage, like directly behind him, out this door that.
Well, I'll tell you my messed up thinking is that when I went back and looked, I noticed this light here, and how the light really illuminates him.
Yeah.
And by the time the quad is about here, he's turning around.
Yeah.
So if you were behind it, I think you would be glowing in his glasses.
I probably would have been, yeah.
Right there. So
that's I can promise you I didn't follow him down the steps.
Well,
I actually flew it.
I can see it pretty good here. I'm looking on a bigger screen than what it's showing here.
Yeah.
And that doesn't look like there's anybody in front of him. It's just the quad. Because you can see the wall. You can see the white wall.
Yeah.
Right in here.
Yeah, man. I'm up in the garage yelling commands to him while I was flying, like yelling at him to open the door. All of that you'll see in the outtakes of the intro video when we release it.
And see, that's something that I'm glad you shared that, because it's something that I tell people all the time. In if we're doing anything, any kind of production or anything for church or whatever, is most people think, oh, well, that's just a 15-second clip.
Yeah, right.
They just took 20 minutes and threw that together.
Yeah.
And no, I would probably say, for that right there, not including your editing, you guys are probably at least an hour, maybe an hour.
Easily, yeah. I mean, I have on my SD cards, I have probably, I have one battery. I flew one full pack, one full 2S on the Mob 8 HD0. This is the one I was chasing him in. And then in that one pack, I think we got 4 or 5 takes of the same action, following him down the steps. He's actually saying the line, so his lips are moving and enunciating, and then catching him, or him catching the drone. And then to reshoot it, the audio side of it, I'm down in the basement controlling the recording for the audio. He's got a lapel mic on, and he's going through the same line we just had him doing, but now there's no drone sounds at all. It's just him walking down the steps. But so like we did a whole recording of all of his audio outtakes. We probably did 6 takes of the audio, about 4 or 5 takes of the drone. And then before we did anything else, I was like, I'm going to sit in the editor right now and make sure it's going to line up perfect. So we sat here and like 15 minutes, I got everything lined up. And then we found out he was saying hello and welcome for when he opens his arms in the beginning. But then in the outtakes, he was saying something different. I forgot. He was saying like welcome and hello or something like that. I forgot how he put it. But yeah, we ended up having to reshoot the audio parts or re-record the audio parts.
Wow.
But yeah, it was just for a 15-second intro. It's because I had the idea to do it. I was like, well, now we got to do it. I had the idea. It must happen.
Find something for you before we log off.
Funeral wants my Instagram post from earlier. It has mine and OG's. You may have seen it. Mine and OG's characters for Whoop University. We're both professors at the university.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, check that out.
Send me a link to that and I'll show you. I want to show you something that I did years and years ago. See if I can find it. When I was a youth pastor, we had a video team.
Mhm.
We videoed all of our sermons and our dramas and things like that. I'm looking for the old channel. Got a lot of stuff.
Chat.
George.
I just sent it in the private chat.
Now, all right. I'll share this real quick. I'll show you this. This we did, and this was probably 8 hours worth of filming and editing with probably 6 to 10 teenagers working on it. This is what they did.
Yeah.
The video team. I picked up this little thing at in Dollywood in Gatlinburg.
Mhm.
It's a thing that blows wind, and
Yeah.
they just wanted to make this video of it, and I'll show you here. If I'll click on the right play button instead of the one on.
Do you have one of them annoying friends that's always coming around? Do we have the product for you?
Dorkzooka!
Next time he comes around, you can show him what you got. Dorkzooka!
All of these.
Hey ladies, do you ever have that unwanted guest at the party?
We all know that feel, right?
Next time he shows up uninvited, you tell him he's a dork.
Hey girls, how you doing tonight?
Dorkzooka! If you order now, we'll send you hailstones from God.
Dorkzooka!
And
very fun.
They just thought that was the greatest thing, man.
Yeah, of course.
And it took like forever. I mean, it was so many cuts and outtakes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And all of that. So yeah, in private chat, I've got something.
The outtakes are my favorite part, man. I love that. All the members of our channels get access. That's all. I edit the outtakes just for that, like just for fun. I love that.
Oh yeah.
Some of our outtakes are some of my favorite parts.
It opened it over. Can you guys still see me?
Yes.
Okay.
I broke my damn glasses too. Just got them. I've only filmed with them once.
Really?
And they're already ruined. Already.
So I don't have Instagram. Will it open? And
Oh, perhaps. You have Facebook, don't you? Are we friends on Facebook?
I have Facebook, yeah, but I don't have Instagram.
Okay. Hang on, I got you.
You could probably share your screen. It looks hilarious.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see.
You look like a curmudgeon.
If I do share it, I don't know that. Wait. I'll just share my entire screen. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see. You see me sharing myself?
Yeah.
Or am I sharing it to you? Is that going to the stream too?
Yeah. Well, it's showing our stream page. Yeah.
Okay.
See.
Is it showing this?
Nope. Wait. I think that's yours, right?
I don't know. I'm sharing. There you go. Now I see it on screen. I see it on stream. You're good.
Is that right?
Yeah. So that's my character, Professor Heads. And this is OG's character.
Oh my gosh.
Which is his real name. I messed it up on this, but his real name that we went with, it's Dr. OG Dr. Love, PhD.
Dr.
So emphasis
OG,
on the emphasis on the doctor. So it's Dr. OG Dr. Love, PhD. I'm just Professor Heads, but yeah. Anyways, we both got all our goofy little outfits on last night and went through the trouble of recording everything and doing all that. But it all of our oh god, my bad. All of our footage got corrupt on the GoPro last night. So like everything that we recorded is wasted from last night. Except the intro that you just saw. So we recorded for 4.5 hours and we wrote for 2 hours and we have 15 seconds to show for it.
Yeah.
I haven't said that out loud yet.
Right. That's how it goes.
Oh man. Yeah, gotta love GoPros.
Yeah. I actually Asbestos Fiber, I actually filmed a video in Pigeon Forge where I'm diving the big Ferris wheel thing.
Oh, sweet. I feel like have I seen that? Did you do that recently?
Yeah, I did it probably about a month ago.
Right. Yeah. You did a live stream there too, didn't you?
Yeah, a couple of them.
Okay.
Just
yeah, I definitely saw it.
I destroyed my first. Actually, that night, somebody ordered me a replacement Mobula 8 HD0 because I destroyed it.
They ordered you a whole replacement one?
Yes. Yeah. One of the members on the channel did.
What a nice person that was.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
At the very end of that video, you'll see I right on the camera, and it ripped the UFL completely off of the board because it shattered the camera. And the camera was it didn't destroy the camera. It messed up the MIPI cable.
Oh no.
The HD0 VTX, but the motors and everything was fine. I put a new VTX on it, and a new MIPI cable, and now I have two of them. And
sweet.
It's my favorite quad.
I was gonna say I've been beating this one up a bunch. I just got some crap about it the other day for me saying that the frame was good. Somebody in the comments asked me how much I got paid to say that. I was like, I get paid in stickers, sir.
In stickers.
That's what Happy Model sends me. Yeah.
This is the one that I crashed hard. I was throwing it on my bench cam. I'm used to having it on, but I crashed this thing full speed. I mean, and it hit right here. Broke this canopy in about 6 pieces, and the frame is fine.
Yeah.
I probably ought to balance this battery.
Yeah.
Oops.
Left it sitting in there.
So yeah, it's up here in the closet, not in the safe. So I put the I don't know if you ever used them. This is a Nick Burns.
Oh yeah, no, I've never used one. I've seen them before. I've never used one though.
The ORT antennas, I get better range. I get less HD0 breakup with than running the
factory one.
The factory.
Well, my factory one's pretty chewed up too. Where'd you get that one from? Maybe I'll grab one of those. You just said it's called a QRT.
ORT.
ORT.
Yep.
ORT. Gotcha.
I know that Pyro used to have them, and I think TinyWhoop carries them too.
Okay.
Now the little tiny SMO. That I think
Yeah.
I think you've reviewed it. My experience with that is it's not real durable. Something you're going to beat around.
You mean the TinyWhoop small?
Yeah.
The small. However they say it, small.
Small.
Yeah, it is. It's like paper.
Yeah.
It just crushes real easily.
Bends up pretty easy, and then you get crap signal. At least that's been my.
Yes. Yeah, you really got to have it hidden away somewhere out of sight.
Safe. Yep.
Very well protected.
That's my favorite. Now, if you want, if you would, if it would help you or anything like that, I could send you for you to review. I don't know if you want to or whatever. If you, I know you got a lot more offers than what I do. Yet,
not that many. But
the Mobula 7 walk snail. I don't care for the way that it flies.
Really?
It
a little chunky.
It doesn't seem to me that it's got a very good tune on it.
It's got biblades. Interesting. And those are the 1002 22,000s?
I think it's the
or 20. Are they 20,000? Maybe those are 20,000.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let y'all see because I don't have my
1002 20,000. Okay, 20,000 kV.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if some tri-blades would feel a little better on that.
I don't know. If you're interested in
I mean, yeah, if you don't like the way it flies, if you want to send it out here, I'll take a look at it. If I break anything, I'll replace it and send it back to you.
I wouldn't ask you to do that.
Well, I wouldn't send it back to you broken either. So
well, I mean, it's part of reviewing it. If it's because I don't know, the frame might be. It seems pretty weak, but I don't know.
Is that the V4 frame that's on there?
I think
Mobula
it is.
V4.
I think it is.
Okay. Yeah, if you think of it, I'll check it out.
Yeah, this little 1S. But you know, you're going down the walk snail road for a little bit. Might be good to have another one to throw in it while you're reviewing it. But, and if I'm going to send you stuff in the mail to save me shipping, just go ahead and drop it in there with a your T-shirt and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
that'd be awesome.
I'm not going to review it because it really gets in my head the way that I'll tell you the story with that one. I sit down to do a comparison to the Mobula 7 HD0, the Mobilite 7 1S, and I was going to compare those head to head. And I don't know if you're familiar with my layout here. I've got a back patio and I got my camper, RV camper right there. And I was sitting there facing out, and as soon as I go around my house, just round the corner of the house over my paved driveway, the driveway looked like it had oil on it. And it was almost iridescent like oil on in water. But you know how snow will blow across pavement?
Yeah, it looks
it looked like the oil
swirls.
was doing that over the driveway. And and it was blurry. And that just thinking about it makes me literally jacks with my head because it reminds me of when I had seizures. And so I flew it for a little bit and went down, put my house in between me and it, and got down to the road, and HD0 was having, because of course my patches are completely away from where the quad's at. HD0 was getting sparkle, probably 40% sparkle through it, but it kept its like this got real blurry, and then the image started. And I was just like, man,
Now, have you had success with other walk snail builds, or is this the first time you've had that happen?
I have this one. This flies pretty good. I flew it out in the yard.
But as far as the walk snail on it, you haven't had any issues with it?
Well, with this one, I don't know if you can see it here. Notice the plastic on the white piece right here is what I'm trying to get you to look at. There's a white piece where you plug in to update.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The bottom is broken.
Oh yeah, I see the top of the plug's broken off.
Yeah, and so you got to be real careful when you update it. But it was updated, and it flies all right because it's got left-hand circular. It does a little bit better, but still it blurs up, and the image looks good. And this tune is much better than that other one. The other one,
Oh yeah, I'm
I
sure.
don't know if it's just me or what, but that other one's
1002's on ducted frames usually isn't very good.
Yeah, I don't even know what's on this here.
Those are probably the Robo 1002s, I imagine. I think they're 22,000 if I remember right. It's really hard to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in that little white box there. It's a hard to see one.
Yeah, I can't see. That's the thing about streaming. You know, I think I've showed y'all this before. That these are my normal glasses.
Oh man.
See that?
Yeah,
I got trifocals. I got the bottom.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Bang and then bang, and what these are is the middle. What you see right there. So,
sheesh.
Yeah. And I had 20/20 vision before my head injury.
Jeez.
Didn't have it.
Please.
Didn't have any glasses, and after that, now I'm all jacked up. But
yeah.
But at least I can still see and I can fly. So
yeah. Hey, there you go.
You know, you start going into head injury clinics and stuff like that, and you see other people, and you're like, it's not so bad after all.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
I'll stick with what I got. Thanks.
I'm not in diapers or anything like that.
Yeah.
I will take it. I will take it.
Yeah, I'll save that for when I'm in my 70s or 80s.
Yeah. Yeah. My daughter's like, you know, when you get that old, Dad, I'm just going to lay you down in the driveway and let the UPS guy back over. They back up our driveway real quick. Like boom, boom. Oh, go. Oh no, you hit Father.
I thought you were gonna say she's gonna take you outside to just hose you off when you poop your diaper, but
no,
she's just gonna have the truck driver run you over.
Yes, kill me. This is just, no. I'm not cleaning you up.
I'm not changing diapers. Just send him out. Send him out. He's done. We're done with him. Out to the driveway with you.
That's what the camper's for. I get in trouble. I get sent to the camper.
It's the doghouse for you.
Thanks a lot. I know you said about 30 minutes ago that you had about 30 minutes left in you, so I don't want to push you too long. Thank you.
Yeah,
so much.
No worries, man. I do need to get back to get some editing done.
Yeah,
but man, it's awesome hanging out with you. I really do
Yeah,
appreciate you having me on again.
Yes, and anytime, brother, anytime, you're more than welcome anytime. And I'm excited about this Whoop University thing. Hopefully that'll be something. It sounds like it'll be something that I can at least attempt.
You will be able to, yeah. The first challenge is going to come off a little scary because it's a bit physical, but we're coming up with a way to remedy that. So people that aren't able to do it physically will have a different option, like still be able to do it. So yeah, everybody should be able to do everything with practice, obviously, but that's the point of this.
As long as the physical requires just has built into it eating donuts, I'm good.
As long as you can do that standing on your head.
Standing on my head?
No, I'm just like, I can't even stand on my head. No, you're good.
Yeah. Or on a swing. That's
man.
hard.
Hey, yeah, now you're getting into season 2 ideas. That's a good one. On a swing.
I've you should watch my video something HD0 sucks or something. I don't remember what it was. But HD0 makes me sick.
Okay.
It was clickbait. I did it. HD0 makes me sick, and those big basket looks like a bird's nest at the park. I lay down, I sit down in it, and I'm flying, and I'm swinging. And I'm like, oh my, what's wrong with my quad? And I'm horrible. I'm bouncing off the ground, trying to do power loop, and then I was like, well, Mom told me if you ever get sick, son, just lay down. So I lay back in the thing, and I'm swinging even more, and I'm bad power looping over me, and eventually I get all kinds of discombobulated, put it in angle, and go to do a power loop, put it up in a tree. And so if you look at the thumbnail real close, the beginning of it, it says HD0 makes me sick.
Yeah.
While on a swing.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was talking to a buddy of mine on my phone, and I'm just sitting there filming this. He's like, you do it, come on, you big sissy, do it. And I'm like, man, it's making me sick. He's like, lay back, you big sissy, lay back. And I was like laying back, and I was like, well, I think I'm gonna puke. And I got up, and I was like, oh, I'm definitely sick. And I was like, I'm gonna make a video out of it.
Yeah,
And,
that's a great idea. Yeah, I'll go back and watch it.
and that was the video that Carl Zal subbed to my channel.
Oh, for real? Oh, that's funny. Well, it says HD0 makes me sick. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, actually, you know what? I'll wait. I'll watch it tomorrow morning on my stream for those who are here and haven't seen it as well.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah. HD0 makes me sick. That's it.
yeah, we'll watch it
I
together.
appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely, man.
Anything you need from me, anything I can do for you, you know how to get in touch with me.
Hey,
And,
likewise, man.
And I've got some stuff I'm gonna drop out in the mail to you, I'm gonna set this aside, so we'll send you out the walk snart.
Yeah, no, I'd appreciate it. We'll talk in DMs though, but yeah, we'll exchange gifts. Right. I got stuff I want to send you too.
All right, brother.
Sounds good, man. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thanks again for having me on, dude.
Yes. Anytime, brother.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man.
Good night, everybody.
Yes. Good night. Hi, brother. Great guy. You guys don't need me to tell you. One of the best in the hobby, in my opinion. I want to thank everybody for, if I missed your, well, we just had a good time. So I'm not going to apologize for missing your comments, because it looks like you guys have posted. I'm gonna do the salutations here. Much love, guys. So yes, yeah, Heads is a great guy and an amazing whoop pilot. In my opinion, he's probably, well, in my opinion, hands down, he's the best freestyle whoop pilot that I've seen. If you guys know somebody better, let me know, because I've not seen it. But he puts the time in where a lot of us don't. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank people that joined tonight. I don't know if there was any super chats. If there was and I missed it, I'm sorry. Thank you for that. Thank you for the membership. Thank you for all of the. If you would do me a favor, if you haven't already, would you hit that thumbs up button? Kind of like leaving a tip. And I don't eat anything disgusting because of it, or that. I'm too big of a sissy when it comes to something like that. But if you would hit that like button and subscribe, all of that. If you John O'Connor, again, if you'll send me a message at phatpastorfpv@gmail.com, I will get that sticker pack out to you. Probably send it Monday, because weekends are crazy busy for me. So thank you guys, and I want you to remember that wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, remember to keep flying and rise up and meet me in the air. Thank you, guys.